All right, hello everybody and welcome. Thanks for your patience. There was just a little laundry list of sim errors that I wanted to fix before we got live here. I'm Danny B, your host here for the first time this season, this season 29, week 3, day 3 stream. Joining me is my usual confidant, Leatherneck Mike.
Yes, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Pro Baseball Experience. Unlike the MLB, we aren't locked out.
Yes, indeed, and we're thankful for that. I've also got joining me Jabs. Hello, hello.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Happy to be here.
This is time it's official. I didn't hoodwink Enoch
Hello.
into letting Jabs onto the stream. He's an official member of the team now, so we're glad to have you.
Yes,
I'm in my less loud now.
I
Turned myself down.
passed my audition and I'm official, so yeah, I'm excited.
Can we lock hummus out? I'm here for it. You
Yes,
have
I
my
agree.
vote. Ugh, let's get this show on the road. Here you go. Here's your standings. I figured we'd open up on that page. I still don't have an official thing for Jabs, so there's my jerry-rigged one again. He's not a bear anymore, but
Let me see this now.
too bad.
Oh, that's not bad.
No,
Well,
it's
he's still
it's
a
not
GM.
terrible. Considering I threw it together live on stream last time Jabs joined us, I think I did all right.
All right, here's your standings. The Apex are way on top of that Champions East, 48-17, and then Detroit 39-26. Nashville doing what I think everybody thought they'd do. They take a little bit of a decline at 30-35. And then it's the abomination that is the Sarasota Supernovas at 5-60. Seriously, what is that franchise doing in the majors? Death Valley 46-19 leads the West. That is the first time probably since like season 24, 25 that somebody not named Nola has led that division. Nola's in second, though. They're only 3 back in Cancun and Seattle. Good to see 2 rebuilding franchises starting to really punch their weight. They're a game below 500 each. Wildcard is as such Rougarous and then Demons. Danny, if the season ended right now, guess who would see each other again?
Yes.
In the Legends. That East is reasonably tight, at least tighter than it used to be. New York 39-26, Providence 33-32. Good to see the Crabos back above 500. Buffalo, I'm really surprised. I really thought they'd be better than under 500. The West is the Sloths, then the Raptors, then a really, to me, a disappointing Vandals team, and Maui is, I guess they're permanently where they are. It's just that franchise has no luck. Boise and Providence right now, your wild card teams with Buffalo 4 back. And amazingly, that Vancouver team is not out of contention completely.
Oh.
They're only 9 back. Neither is OBX.
Good catch, LBG. I absolutely do not have it on the right resolution. I have a 4K monitor here, which doesn't play nice with Twitch.
Ooh, fancy 4K.
Yeah, so every time I stream, I change my main monitor down to 1920 1080 for you fine folks. It should look better now.
Well, that's why it looks so small on the back end.
Yeah, so it should be what you're used to now. It's just the way it compresses stuff. Even if I do set OBS right to do the 4K, it just makes the text look a little blurry.
All right. Why don't we look at the minors, Danny?
Let's do it. Down to the minors.
Down to the minors. Wheeler's on top of everything, 45-19. Then it's Florida, the defending champs, 44-20. Then my Hepcats in third place, 10 up on a final spot. They're 38-26. Then Danny and Jabs' Bears, 35-29 is their record. Chicago's 500. California occupies the last spot. Them really good Louisville teams of recent have gone by the wayside. They're in rebuild mode, but they're only a couple games out of that last spot. Dallas is in the same place, and the Dillos are 2 back as well in a 3-way tie. The Swift Steeds are somewhere in the pit of despair with Hummus's start of his career.
Yes, indeed. So without further ado, speaking of the minors, we're going to be leading this stream off with the minors.
Yes, what are we doing today, Danny? You haven't told us yet.
Game 1 is going to be Kansas City at California, but I think first we need to advance the day. Here it is. So this might be one that you want to call. Actually looks
I
like
know.
it's California at Kansas City.
I do rather wish this was Brew City in Kansas City, but,
Would be a fun one.
beggars can't be choosers. All right, Hepcats and Firehawks. Oh, I should go look if we have stats for this one.
I think we do.
Go look. Because I actually didn't. Because I just usually make it up.
We do. Stats today brought by, looks like a combination of Punk 42AE, who I know is here with us in chat, KC Colby, and Rankle are our stat fellers for today.
All right. Let's see. I don't see notes for this.
Isn't that ones on today?
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, KC versus
All
Cal.
right. Your stat suggested over under is 12.5 innings pitched by the starters. So, Mon Team, go ahead and get that started. All right. Well, here we go. California and Kansas City. Kansas City, third place in the minors right now. The bullpen has been fantastic. Best bullpen in the minors. They're only fifth in starters ERA, but their bullpen has been quite good. It has been so good. In fact, despite the fact that they only have the fifth best starter ERA. They are first in hits allowed. They have allowed the fewest hits. They've allowed the third fewest runs, third fewest batting average on balls in play. That good defense that they always have, that they're usually built on, and not usually a high K rate team. They rely on the defense more. Second in strikeouts this season. California under 500. They're barely in the playoffs. Two games ahead of that cluster of the Lemurs, the Dynamos, and the Dillos, and they just can't hit that well. They strike out the most and they just don't walk. But if they get bad on the ball, they are third in slugging hits and second in home runs. So there's an interesting dynamic with these teams. Here's with California, you've got on the one hand to hit the baseball really hard. They don't hit it that much. With Kansas City, they strike a lot of guys out, and they don't give up a lot of hits, but it comes out of their bullpen. So really, early runs your key for California. For Kansas City, your key is don't let them make contact, and that seems like kind of an obvious thing. But particularly with California, like there's teams down here in the minors you can pitch contact on. State College comes to mind. A bunch of those title Kansas City teams came to mind. You could pitch to contact. If they get a single, they ain't gonna hurt you. You got to really throw for whiffs against the California team because they may be sub 500, but they can really hit the baseball if they get a hold of one.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I think if you're ready here, I can press that magical start button.
Got my last scoop of supper, so let's go ahead. How about it?
Perfect. I just remember.
From Wilkie in Kansas City.
Make sure this is all good.
A place still near and dear to my heart, even after this time away. It's still my Discord. Well, Pride Cat is still my Discord profile. So here's Evan Heed, 99 and a third, make it 99 and 2/3 after the strikeout. 101 hits given up, 34 earned, 35 walks, and now 70 strikeouts. Had a nice number, 69 before the game. Certain goes down on strikes. O'Steele goes down on strikes, and McGuire's going to ground out. So that was the big three hitters in our lineup. Everybody hitting over 300 is our top three in Firehawk land. Stern, O'Steele, and McGuire. Those are the guys you got to watch out for at the top of their lineup. And now Lizzie Mitchell sees the Hepcats, and they won't go down as quickly. Park Factors is going to hit a single. Oh, no, he's going to hit a double. Stretched that out for a second. Must have been Nelson asleep in center field.
I think they called Johnson. It a single and an error.
Oh, they did. You're right. Well, I wondered how we got to second so easy. Jacob Minion, little dribbler, a short, gonna get him. Factors on third for Murphy. I promise I'll go over Lizzie Mitchell in a second. Well, maybe I won't have to, because Kent Murphy is going to hit a double and drive in Park Factors to make it 1-0. And I can tell you that is Lizzie Mitchell's 53rd earned run in 97 innings, getting that ERA up to 4.88. Although that'll bring it back down. Bias Coast's Jet Stargasm grounds out. 54 Ks, 53 earned runs for Mitchell. 120 hits and 29 walks, whip near 1.5. For the Firehawks starting pitcher, a former first-round pick down here in the minor leagues and the majors as well. Double play opportunity for Kansas City. They're only going to turn one. That was Larson on first out at second. Martinez now at first for Bubba Tree, who flies out to left field easily. And now Johnson, he's cold coming into this one, hitting 240 with 6 bombs and 28 RBIs. He is going to lace this straight at Jacob Minion, who grounded out his appearance. We'll see him in a couple of innings. 1-0, Hepcats and Firehawks.
A good hit, bad result on that one.
Here's the 1-0 to Cole Seltzer. This is going to go into right field. Last couple of plays going to right field and fielded by Latavius Jackson Jr. Here's David Kane, the other corner outfielder for the Hepcats. He's going to ground out on one pitch. Quick inning work so far for Mitchell. Here's Ren Sile, the 1-0. That's into center field for a single. No error this time. And here is Nael Lavoie, and if I'm not mistaken, this is Lavoie's first sim appearance. They were just claimed on waivers by the Hepcats today. Well, I don't know if it was yesterday. Put in the sim for today, so welcome, Lavoie, if you are who I indeed think you are. He is going to field 2 of these balls and put him back toward first base for the out. Here's Stern, struck him out. Sawyer Stern does the same thing he did his first time up. He K'd him up. Now, Park Factor strikes out Lizzie Mitchell with 2K, so each starter with a couple of strikeouts. Remember that over-under was 12.5 innings for the starters. Looking pretty good right now. Lizzie Mitchell's going to give up a double to Dustin Johnson, but other than a couple of hits, Mitchell has been nice, and I would say it's been a pretty good performance from Heed. Here's Jacob Minion, who will ground out to first. We've got a runner on third with 2 away again. Last time in this situation, Kansas City drove the runner home. They will not this time. We are through a third of the game. It is 1-0 KC over California. Tyler O'Steele, he's going to ground out. Now, Stubby McGuire strikes out. Fantastic work by Evan Heed. If you can get through the top 3 of the California lineup, you are in fantastic shape. He's gotten through that top 3 twice, not something that is usually done. Kevin Larson grounds up the middle, his second hit of the day. Here's Daniel Martinez. Martinez shoots this through the gap right underneath the second baseman. Minion is not going to get this in. And it's first and third for the Bubba Tree. 3-1. And Tree is going to clear this into left center. That's going to be a double and a run. Is it going to be 2? No, it's not. They're going to throw in a stop sign, hold him up. Heat in some trouble in the fourth. With Johnson coming to the plate, he's 0 for 1 today. BJ Johnson, lazy fly ball to center. Factors racing in. He's got it. The man with 26 steals using the speed in the outfield. It is 1-1 after the top of the fourth here at Wilkie in Kansas City. 0-2 to Jets. Stargasm. Mitchell struck him out. That's 3. Cole Seltzer, the 1-1. Remember, if you will recall, back to the first time up, this bottom half of the Kansas City order went down in pretty quick fashion. That's how Mitchell got that pitch count back under control. Seltzer's going to take off. He's out. Martinez throws out Seltzer. That's not what Hepcats needed. David Kane is going to strike out looking. Strike number 3, Mitchell with 4 Ks. But how about the CS from the catcher, Daniel Martinez?
I'm going to add Nelson to your list of Firehawks hitters to watch out for. 288 with 11 home runs and 15 stolen bases. That's not your typical guy in the 9-hole.
Well, and they kind of employ some of the things that I kind of like to think of. Is I always like to think of lineups as, look, it's not just 1 through 9. You don't just start every inning with 1 through 9. You got to play somewhat with actually how it works. You know, that 9-hole hitter, they don't get as many at bats, but in these middle innings, 9-hitter can be crucial. So they got a good hitter there in the 9 slot, and I actually rather like that for lineup construction. You see a lot of 9-1-2 in baseball, or 8-9-1. Like this right here from Red and Sile. Firehawks did nothing in that inning, by the way. So here is Lavoie's second at-bat. For the left-hander, Anaya will draw a walk. Now, Park Factor's 287, 26 stolen bases is certainly the marquee. And a side-arming Mitchell delivers this, and it is going to be a single delivered. Now, here is bases loaded for Dustin Johnson, one of the 2 Hepcat main hitters. 3-2, Johnson skies into left, really shallow left, not going to advance a runner. Now it's Minion who's over 2-2. Minion slapper second. Not even going to get the one at first. Beat it out. Was waiting to see if Minion was going to beat it. Now here's Kent Murphy, their best hitter.
Legs.
Now lefty on lefty is the advantage Mitchell will have. Oh, Kent Murphy the third sends this to right. It's gone. Grand slam. Lefty didn't help. It lefty the ballpark. It is 6-1 Kansas City, and Stargasm is going to splice this off into left field for a single, and Mitchell has got to get out of there. And that's what they're going to do. Josensakio Slethsaseon is going to come in the ball game.
Oh,
And he's going to immediately going to strike a guy out and pick off Stargasm at first base. How about that? So Slethsaseon is going to pick this thing up. Mitchell gives up 6 earned and 4 1/3. That means to hit that over-under, like we were talking about before, you're going to have to get Evan Heed to the 8th. It was 12, was the 12. Would 12 and a half be 2/3 or 1/3? I'll pause that question while I see a mammoth home run from Stubby McGuire. 6-3 now. So he gives up runs, and good thing Mitchell just gave up all those runs. If you're a Hempcats fan, here's Larson. Little dribbler in front of Johnson, a catcher. Fields cleanly, throws over. Speaking of catchers, here's Daniel Martinez. That's going to be caught by the third baseman. The 3-1 to Bubba Tree. He's going to walk. So here's B.J. Johnson, who's 0-2. Johnson hits a little dribbler in the center. This is going to put runners on first and third with 2 away. Remember, this is where he got in trouble in the 4th. Here's Latavius Jackson. Bouncer to third, over to second, nice and easy, and Heat is through 6 with 3 earned runs. 1 more out for a quality start. Bottom 6 we go. 6
Looks like a tough pick there for the third baseman, so good job getting that one.
David Kane, dribbler to first, tap on the bag, and that's out number 1. Here's Rensile. This one is hit deep into right field, not going to go over the short porch. Lavoie drew a walk, otherwise 0-1. Hey, there's the first hit. How about first time reaching a base, and how about first time getting a hit for Niall Lavoie? And now Park Fector is not going to do anything with him. That's a ground out. We go top of the 7th. Oh, Danny.
Hello.
Danny, do you have my goggles?
I do. So in Anchorage, it's 5-1 Florida. Dallas taking on the Swift Steeds. Dallas up 1 run there, 4-3. The Dillos are beating out the Lemurs 8-0, and in Brew City with Chicago, we are at zip, a real pitcher's duel going on there. Ragnarok must be pitching, because we don't give Ragnarok run support. Back to you, Mike.
Ragnarok is indeed pitching, confirmed.
You just knew it.
Thank you, gentlemen. By the way, that trip around the minors, which Danny does not do with nearly as much enthusiasm as I do, that trip around the minors was brought to you by the PBE merch store! ! Whatever merch in the chat to see the store. See, I didn't do it, Danny, so you got me all flustered. California flustered Reggie Garfield and got runners on first and third. Couldn't do anything though. Go ahead, Dan.
I just meant to say at the top of the stream, I am like a little sick, maybe a little under the weather. So if I seem a little off, I apologize.
No, you're always off.
That's true. More off than normal.
First and second for Kent Murphy, who's going to walk, and Slothnasione is not doing too well. Here's Stargasm, ripped a single. Struck out! Didn't rip one that time. How about Cole Seltzer? 24 stolen bases on the year, good for your 6-hole. Oh, Carl Wilson's going to come in and is going to immediately walk Cole Seltzer on 5 pitches. So what do you know? It's 7-3. David Kane. He strikes out. Bad day for him. 0-4. Woofa. Rensile into center. Hey, nice catch. Good one from Nelson. We might see him if California can get a couple of hits. Top of the 8th we go. Oh, I forgot to sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Daniel Martinez goes down on the K. How about the Bubba Tree? The 0-1. Tree's going to slap her. Garfield gets off the mound, fields it well, throws him out. B.J. Johnson, he's going to walk. So second time he's on in 4 tries. But Tavius Jackson Jr., he's 0-3. Grounder to short, over to second. A lot of innings. That's the 3rd inning that has ended at second base. Top of the 8th is done. Bottom 8 we go. Brew City and Chicago tie game. There's a runner on first in the bottom of the 9th there. Good tight ball game. Niall Lavoie's going to ground out. See, I wish we could do the thing where you can jump around because I'd love to go jump to that game. That tie game there.
Both.
Factors. Now here's Johnson. Dustin Johnson up the middle. That's going to go to the 10th now.
Extras.
Extra baseball in Milwaukee. Jacob Minion is going to ground out, so Carl Wilson ends his 1 2/3 innings today. Probably aren't going to see him again. Unless California can do something. 9-1-2. Nelson Stern, no steal. Definitely not Kevin Choate's going to come into the ball game. I'm sorry, was already in the ball game for the last out of the last inning. Nelson grounds out, and Sawyer Stern is going to crush it. 0 for 4, no more. 457 feet. It is 7-4. Kind of wondered when the top 3 of the order was going to do something. It wasn't going to be forever with only one of them doing anything. Evil Dictator's in a game, one of the best relievers in the minors. He gets out of steal and strikes out McGuire. And the Evil Dictator will finish things off. And I'm pretty sure that this is going to be a save. Because he came in after it was 3 runs. Oh, it's not. Really? Interesting. 7-4. You saw this when you saw Kent Murphy in his grand
Has to
slam.
be a clean inning for 3 runs.
Really?
Yes.
Oh. Kent Murphy. He had 5 RBIs. Part of that a grand slam. Well, there's your player of the game. How about it?
By clean inning, I mean the 3 outs.
I
3
know.
outs. Yeah, okay.
Lizzie Mitchell, 4 1/3, 6 earned. Evan Heed, 10-2 on the year, 3.14 ERA. Good season, 6 2/3, 3 earned. Player of the game is the Grand Slam man, Kent Murphy III.
Real quick shout out to 09 Tacos, who must be with us because he sent me the lovely Jabs logo that started the Jabs train. Love to see a Jabs train.
Oh, I did not see that until just now. That's awesome. Thank you, Tacos.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought you just claimed credit for making that. And then I just went back and looked at the stream. And no, he sent you a nameplate on the fly. Thanks, Tacos.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Tacos, one of the more underrated members. Guys should get a lot more, I shouldn't say this in broadcaster's voice. Tacos should get a lot more MDM votes than he does. Seriously.
He's definitely like a quiet guy who does a ton.
The stream graphics that he does are absolutely marvelous. And I don't want to spoil anything, but kind of seems like the World Series graphics might be coming back.
Ooh.
At least I'm really, really hoping they do. I loved doing that. Kingpins pull this off in extras. You guys don't like this result too much,
No.
right? 8 hits and no runs. Oof. 13 innings is what it took. And eventually it was a Hayden Andrews 2-run home run off of Aaron. Is Kozak not up with his minors eligibility yet with you guys?
I believe this is his last season.
Dear God, Kozak has been there as long as the franchise has, I think. Jormungandr Ragnarok, 6 innings, no earned. Cameron Grimes, 7 innings, no earned. Winner goes to, I think that's Mick Schumacher. Aaron Kozak gets a loss, 0 for 4. Your player of the game is? Danny. Cameron Grimes. In the house that Pancakes built.
I think
The house that Pancakes built is going to have a new name next season. We're actually voting on it right now.
Yes.
Spoiler alert.
Really? Oh,
Bears
breaking news. Danny, we saw this game.
We sure did. Excuse me. I am off today. I apologize again.
Oh, the Flamingos are going to tie the Wheelers now up top. The Miners, they win in extra innings. Giovanni Brezzo taking them deep. Looks like Florida took the lead in the 9th, then surrendered it, then took the lead back in the 10th and won the game. 18 hits for Florida. Everyone got at least 1 hit. Nearly the same thing for Anchorage, except for Sneck and Jones. How about that first season under the new GM-ship, under the new front office of Big Unit Babs and Quirk Swerve? Tim Stranger, 6 innings, 5 earned. Guy Bleedy, 5 1/3 and 4 earned. Winner, Papa Freddy. Loser, Rizzo. Your player of the game is Jack Condor. The Swifties are actually going to win a game. I kid, Beaver. They win 7-5 over the Dynamos. Was it a hummus? Starts the real question. 11 hits as a unit for them. 13 hits as a unit for Dallas. It was a Swantavious Day start, a.k.a. Swanty. 4 2/3, 4 earned for him. Becky Quinn, 4 2/3, 2 earned. Willie Mays Hayes, your player of the game. Kaspine got the win. Butter the loss. Star the save. Should have said that. Final minors game. What is it? It is the Dillos getting a game up on the Lemurs. 8-2 the victory. Barnold 2 hits and 2 RBIs. Rage 2 hits and 3 ribs. For Louisville, how about we get 3 guys with 2 hits? Bonds, Eliason, and Aodele. Ronlin the start, 3 1/3, 7 earned. Mike Kudowitz, 6 1/3, 1 earned. And that's your loser. And then your winner, and maybe Cy Young Award winner, Sivanle Mikudowicz, your player of the game at the Evan Winters Happy Birthday Shoe Dome, sponsored by the Seattle Sea Serpents. Still haven't changed that.
There you have your minors.
Let's look at the majors. How about Buffalo beating OBX 7-3? Hudson Lane starring in this one, 3 hits and 3 RBIs. Stand-up batter for OBX, Dan Halen. Half their offense, 3 hits and 2 ribs. Ray's Funk got the start, 5 2/3, 6 earned. Greg Digger Jr., 6 innings, 1 earned. 5.03 ERA. Bad season for that man. Hudson Lane, your player of the game. Providence going down to New York, so that's a nice win for Buffalo to pick up a game here. Ivy Leaf with a complete game. 8 innings, 1 earned. Johnny Toasties tossed a good one, 6 2/3, no earned, 1 run. Shu had 2 errors in this game. O'Sullivan finished it off. Hitting-wise, looks like Swerve Rodriguez and Menard all had stolen bases in this one. And that was part of the capitalization by New York. They only had 5 hits and 3 walks. They reached base 8 times, but steals will really help you out in that department. If you're not going to reach much, grabbing an extra base really helps. Providence, 5 hits. Bergamot Lemon had 2 of them. Your player of the game is Johnny Toasties. Sometimes you got to change things up, mess with the order a little bit, keep Danny on his toes. Slavs are going to win again. They win 6-3. They are 44-22 now. Matata. Oh, okay. We're going to go with the change of pace. I like it. King George, 5 2/3, 2 earned. Day Alcott, 4 2/3, 3 earned. Con the save is Danny keeping me on my toes now. Let's look at Chovy, Knight, and Matata, who all had stolen bases. And then this one, Acuna, 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 ribs, 2 walks, 2 hits and 2 runs for Chris Jimenez. Maui, Peter Dawson Jr., 2 hits and 2 RBIs. Your player of the game is Kota Matata at the Treehouse in front of 63,000 people in San Antone. How about the Vandals picking one up on the Raptors? So another nice result for the Buffalo Surge, who won today. Bridget Westfall, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Johnny Pluto, a pair of hits. Sex Justice had 3 of them. Those 3 combined for a total of 7 out of the 11 hits. Vancouver had 14 as a team in this one. Only poor Josh Sanders had none. Shrub and Dupp with stolen bases. Sex Justice got caught stealing. Pitching, it was Chank Daly, 6 innings, 5 earned. Emilia Takahashi, 6 1/3, 1 earned. It was the bullpen that nearly let down the Vandals, though, except for the back 2. Fuji and Yi got it done, and they got it locked up. Matty Paul had a good appearance, but Miller didn't have such a good appearance. An inning and a nerd run is all it took. He got the loss. Sex Justice, your player of the game with his 3 hits. Let's go down to the Champions Conference, the other conference, and it starts out with Seattle beating Death Valley. Well, let's see if Indy can gain a game today. Seattle beats Herbie Farnworth, who threw 8 2/3. A Tex Walker error led to 2 unearned runs. So only one of those was earned. Boost Gooser got the win, 5 innings, 2 earned. Bullpen picked him up. Speaking of picking him up, who picked him up in the Seattle offense? Looks like it was Christoph Kripasov. 2 hits out of the 7. An RBI came from Kiprasov and Cruz and Campbell. Death Valley had 6 hits out of Walker, Alderson, and Jacob out of the 9. They did walk 6 times. Seattle didn't keep them off the bases at the best. Herbie Farnworth, your player of the game, despite getting the loss in the Danny Dividome. And Cancun is going to beat the Rougarous Upset City today out in the Champions Conference. This matchup out west, or both of these matchups out west, I suppose I should say. 6 hits for Cancun, 2 of them coming from Crozier McCoy. They capitalized quite well. 6 hits and 5 walks led to 4 RBIs, whereas Nola's 7 hits only led to 1. Hiro Nakamura went the distance, 8 innings, 3 earned, 123 pitches, but he gets the loss. Barry B. Benson been very, very good this season. 7 innings, no earned again, 2.48 ERA. Phenomenal year for Benson continues. Barry B, your player of the game at Bowie Wowie.
Some really good deep starting pitching here in the Champions Conference today.
All right, well, here's the Apex starting against the Demons. They are looking to become the first PBE team this year to hit 50 W's on the year. They went 4-3, despite Dion's best efforts to try and blow the game in the third inning. Zach Mouse, 2 hits in this one. 2 hits also not for Sailor Swift, it's for Jody Quinn and Ben Dover. Danny B is 0-4. All is right in the world, and Detroit only gets 6 hits as a unit. They did draw 4 walks. Dion, 6 innings, 3 earned, as mundane as it gets. Dirk Diglett does the same thing. 6 innings, 3 earned. It came down to the bullpens. Dangly, 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 dangly gets the W. Itchy Nose gets the 1 inning save. Ride on Dirty gets the loss, and Dion is your undeserved player of the game.
Yeah, I'm going to call it Quinn. 2-for-4 with a run and 2 RBIs. He's my player of the game.
My player of the game is Dangly. I believe, 29th loss in a row for Sarasota. I think that's right. Because did they win a game last stream? I'm pretty sure they didn't. Because they were at 24 straight losses before the last stream started, going into the break. I don't think they won one last stream. I think this is 29.
They did win one. We got cold
they did?
and confident saying, yep, they beat OBS.
Oh,
That's
okay.
right. I didn't watch much of the stream last night, but I did see that one.
Oh, okay. So it's not nearly 30 losses in a row as I thought it was, but they still lose to Nashville here 5-1. Munson 2 hits, Crunk 3, Geist a hit. I'm sorry, a pair of hits. Also a pair of RBIs from Crunk and Geist. Sarasota, 2 hits from a cardboard cutout of Derek Jeter and We Dem Boys. Lefty Bone, 6 2/3, 2 earned. Giovanni Sanchez, 6 innings, 1 earned. Your player of the game is Giovanni Sanchez.
And that is our day.
Yes, it is.
Got
No
an off
game
day
scheduled on the
for
22nd?
the majors, but we do have your second featured matchup. It's going to be the Amadio Armadillos versus
The what?
the Lemurs of Louisville. I said words. It is, in fact, Lemur time for Al Gringo.
So who's going to say the words for this?
I think it's going to be
I will
Jabs.
say the words. Yeah, I like words.
Hello, Jabs.
I don't see any notes for this, right? For over-unders and stuff. What are we doing for a wager here tonight, guys?
How about we do runs allowed by starting pitchers?
5.5, 6.5?
Looks like we're doing. Actually, it looks like we're doing total errors.
What are we doing? We're doing total errors. I wish we'd do this. I would like to do spreads more, I think, actually. I really like Dom doing the spreads.
Well, no spread here today, but we will see the Louisville Lemurs and the Emerald Armadillos. Heart of the order advantage over to the Lemurs, anchored there by Barry Bonds, the designated hitter, and his 8 dingers on the year. Over in Amarillo, a lot of good stuff there at the top and bottom of the lineup. So we might get that, Mike's nice 9-1 advantage there. Starting pitcher, we've got Colton Hagen going for the Louisville Lemurs. 1 win against the Amarillos this year. And Gambit Panda and their 4.78 ERA will go for the Armadillos. Any thoughts here on what we got going on, Mike?
I'll say it does look like both of these starting pitchers, this season at least, did really good in their first start. The 2.25 ERA for Panda and the 2.84 for Colton Hagen. So runs by starting pitchers might have been a fun one, just because it doesn't look like they give up too many historically against each other.
Yeah. Speaking of runs and not giving up runs, 2 players here to watch today. Over on the Lemurs side, Chris Catt is one of their setup relievers. Has been absolutely dominating it, going 18 straight games of 0.90 ERA. Now, usually when you look at the, who's hot, who's not area, it's, there's 8 games, there's 5 games or whatever. But for somebody to have a streak of a sub-1 ERA for 18 games is pretty impressive. So I'm kind of excited for us to get to the middle innings and see if we get Cat out here in the bullpen. Over on the Armadillos side, as we wrap up here, the predictions, looks like the unders, pound the under is the motto of the chat here today. Chris Davis hitting over 500 for his last 8 games, 3 home runs here in his sophomore season during that stretch. Should be a fun one. Let's get rolling.
That's my cue. Here we go.
All right. Out here in Amarillo, Gambit Panda on the mound. First ball is going to go out to center fielder. Nice and easy there for Bronowell. Here's a ground ball to the first baseman. He's close, but he'll flip it over to the pitcher for the out. And back out to center field, but this one will find the grass. We have a man on first, 2 outs. Let's see what Barry Bonds can do. And Barry Bonds will ground out. That's a fielder's choice to the second baseman. 1 hit, no runs for Gambit Panda to lead us off here. It'll be Oatmeal, Dubson, and the aforementioned Davis to start out Amarillo. That's a ground ball up to the center fielder, right splitting the shortstop and the second baseman. Looked like they weren't putting any sort of shift on, so that'll be a base hit. Dubson, more ground ball. They'll try to turn. No, they won't even try. They'll just, keep it in their pocket. They don't want to make those errors. It looks like the Louisville Lemurs are trying to pound the under themselves. We've got a man on first and second now, as Williams is going to step up. The left fielder swings out to the right field. We've got bases loaded. He's coming around, and there's our first run of the ball game. Dillows strike first in the bottom of the first. RBI from Williams. Rage, the DH, Adam Rage, rages that ball out to shallow right field. Pardon me. There we go. Through 1. Dillows lead 1-0. Here is Justinus Hendricks. We'll draw a walk on the cutter, 94 miles an hour in. Here's the nothing pitch to Carrillo. A lot of action out there in center field today. We've got 2 men on. Kyle right up back to that center fielder. Will they turn around? They will. Look at that. Another run, or a run will score. Lemurs are finally on the board. 1-1. Nice close game here early. Gambit Panda will peer in. McGee sends it out to center field. That arm is not going to bring it in quite in time. No slide from the Lemurs. And they will take a 2-1 advantage. Here's a soft ground ball. Pitcher will flip over to second. Out to first. Wow, double play. So some good defensive work, and then promptly a walk given up. Out to left field. This will catch the grass. And that'll score another run. 3-1 Lemurs. Here's Bronowell. Chase Bronowell, ground ball to the first baseman, and that's the 3rd out. So a lot of action there on the base pass for the Lemurs. Velasquez, the catcher for the Dillos, will sky one out to the center fielder. That's an out. Here's Glovery. Down in the corner. Could this be 3 bags? They'll pick it up. No, they will settle for 2 bags.
It's a strong throw.
Yeah, we've got a runner here in scoring position. Another strong throw over there from the shortstop this time. And that's a gapper, splitting it, and that'll be a run. Amarillo cuts the deficit in half, and they'll keep that man out there on second base. All right, here's Matt Dubson. Ground ball to the second baseman. 3 outs. So 3-2 the score going into the top of the 3rd. It'll be Bonds, Hendricks, and Carrillo. Bonds hitting it deep, not quite deep enough. That was a big towering fly. Hendricks, not quite as far out to the right fielder. That's another out. And Marco will draw the walk on another cutter that missed the mark. Wow, that'll roll all the way past the second. Wow, the right fielder. What is going on out there?
He's pimp walking his way down to first base. What is happening?
Oh my gosh.
Look at him race!
Oh my gosh, look at this. What is going on? Oh,
He's
wow.
out!
What? What was that?
He decided to...
Oh my gosh.
I don't even know.
I don't even know how to call that.
I've seen a lot of these funny OOTP glitches. I've never seen that one. That's fantastic.
We'll have to check the game log when the file comes out. Holy moly! Well, regardless, we'll pick this one back up in the bottom of the third. Jeez.
I'm glad we're clipping that.
Colton Hagen with a passed ball to his catcher. Oh man, I'm fluttered right now. All right, focus, focus. Adam Rage with 2 men on. Out to the center fielder. The runner is tagging, going to third. The cutoff man will take it in, so they'll get their hair at third easy. Velasquez, the catcher, over to the first baseman. That's 3 outs. Wow. All right. Panda, 50 pitches on the day. That's a short dribbler in front of the catcher, thrown over to first for the first out. Wow, over the left fielder's head. Turning and going for second is Davidson, standing up. And here's the top of the order. Aomidi Aodell will strike out on a cutter. Panda really leaning on that cutter here tonight. That's another strikeout. Back-to-back cutters, 96 miles an hour. And here we go to the bottom of the fourth. Glovery uses his bat to get a fly out. And another fly out. Colton Hagen, the side armor, will give up the walk. And their 68th pitch of the night. It's a stolen base attempt, and he's in. Oatmeal now standing on second. And that's where Oatmeal will stop, though, as that's the third out. All right. Bronowell, fly out to the center fielder. Here's Bonds. Bonds ground ball. Oh, right over the shortstop's head. Looked like if they would have jumped for that, they would have got it, but there it is. Dumps right out in their left center field. Here's a short ground ball. That'll be a double play. Good defense there by the Dillos. As Hendricks grounds into a double play. Bottom fifth, 2-2 count is a strikeout for Chris Davis. Looks like he might have cooled off a little bit here today after I mentioned his stats up there at the top of the broadcast. Here's Big Barnold over the first baseman's head, and they will stay at first base. Mikey Williams. Oh wow! It looked like it almost hit him. Either way, that's a ball beyond the catcher. And doesn't matter as Mikey Williams will strike out. So it's up to Adam Rage to salvage this base runner. And Rage will send it past the third baseman. They're going to send him. Wow. That's another run scored, and we are all tied up. Adam Rage.
Yeah,
RBI.
There.
Yeah, that was dangerous, man. Velasquez looking for some insurance. Is Rage going to try to score himself now? He will. Wow. Rage takes the run. And the Dillos have the advantage, 4-3. Here's Glovery. And Glovery will kill this rally with a soft ground ball to the first baseman. So through 5, Dillos 4, Louisville, pardon me, 3. I know how to pronounce it. Don't at me.
That makes one of us.
Gambit Panda will give that one out to right center field. Nice job, Kyle Eliasson, the shortstop. And here's McGee, the left fielder, stepping in. 2-1 count, 2-0 count, and that'll be a ground ball. But it does advance the runner with 2 outs. Short dribbler, and he'll beat it out. Davidson with the RBI to tie up this game at 4 apiece here in the top of the 6th. Can we keep it going? Davidson is feeling speedy. Wow. Beats out the infield hit to get to first, then steals a base. His speed can't help this one, though, as it's the third out. Nice and back and forth here today. I like it.
Yeah, it's been a good one.
Yeah. Finn McPingerson will get out. Here's Ezra Oatmeal. Ground ball to the second baseman. Nice easy flip over to first. Matt Dubson. Ooh, did that hit him? No, that's a fork ball. Full count. Another full count. Right to the right fielder's glove.
I think I'll take us around the league now. This one's going to be brought to you by the Players Union. I'm on Team Players in this whole lockout. California beating Kansas City 2-1 as Escalito strikes out there. Chicago is up 1 run on Brew City, 4-3, as Brownowell strikes out. Florida and Anchorage. Anchorage winning this one by the score of 4-1. Little popper from Bonds. And Dallas beating State College 4-2. I believe that's our little trip around the world here.
Thanks, Danny. Appreciate that. And yes, hashtag team players. Speaking of players, Barnold will fly that one out. Here's Mikey Williams. We have a new pitcher here for Louisville. Oh, wow. And they promptly give up. Oh, no, they've been in there for a while, but they will give up the home run to Williams, who will break this tie in the bottom of the 7th. Powered by the 7th inning stretch, Mikey Williams. Yes, so Fuhain been paid, gives up that run. Adam Rage will strike out. Always good to strike the next guy out after you give up the big dinger. Feels good. Well, marginally better than giving up the dinger. Speaking of dingers, this one's out to the right fielder, but the right fielder will bring it in.
So Brew City tied it up there on the out of town. You love to see it.
Heyo. All right. 6 outs left for Louisville. Pardon that, 5 outs left for Louisville. Here's Carrillo. Carrillo will get on base, though. Thought about going a second. Will rightfully stay at first. Kyle, the shortstop, grounds out to the second baseman. 4-6-3, double play.
It looked like Dallas put up 5 runs in that inning.
Timothy Glovery. They are pitching him outside, but he'll swing his bat out and send that on the ground ball to the left side of the infield. McPingson. Deep fly. They'll bring it in, though. And Fujisaki will give up that walk. Fastball, 88. That's a stolen base there. That's a caught stealing for Oatmeal. I think. Yeah. Didn't Oatmeal have a stolen base earlier today? He gets greedy.
Sounds right.
And gets thrown out. All right, last try for the Lemurs. LGM. That's a good start for the Lemurs as McGee gets on base. Davidson, then we'll go to the top of the order. Here's that 9-hitter, Mike.
Ooh, pitch out. Wow.
Stolen base. Wow. Cut down. Good call with the pitch out. Ground ball to the second baseman. That's 2 outs. And here we go. Leadoff man. And this one looks just about over. 5-4. The Dillos win. So the Dillos and Lemurs entered today tied towards the back half of the playoff picture. And the Dillos have won 2 in a row. Lots of good stuff here today. Lots of hits down at the bottom of the Louisville order. Over on the pitching side, starters didn't really factor into the decision here today. The win will go to Chartoppelhauser. That's his 2nd of the year. Been paid. Gives up that loss. Player of the game, Mikey Williams. Elsewhere around the minors, we have Firehawks upend the Hepcats 4-1. 2 hits from Stargasm over on the Kansas City side in the losing effort. Down here with the pitcher, the win today goes to Dirk. Their 6th of the year, Mrs. Dirk, I believe. And Johnny Patey with the loss, 6 innings, 2 runs. That's a bummer. Mrs. Dirk gets that player of the game. 7 1/3, 1 run. Nice job.
Hey.
Look at that. A little bit of revenge for the Brew City Bears. J.R. Frankenstero, clutch at bat down there for the bottom of the 9th walk-off win. Coon Radio also got 2 hits down there at the bottom of the order. And who was the relief pitcher who benefited from that? Hey, it's our old friend Kozak. Kozak with the loss earlier today. Second game gets the win. Blown save there for Kingpin, and Schumacher gets the loss on the Chicago side. Frankenstero, congratulations on your player of the game. Somebody tag Frankenstero in the Bears chat because we're busy right now. Wheelers will get busy with their 4-1 win over Florida. So the Wheelers will go back up after dropping that to the Flamingos last time. Good stuff here on the batting line score. Yuppers and Cabrera each have 2 hits. Yeah. And with the pitching, Parsons with the loss, 7 innings, 2 earned runs, 4 of those, 2 unearned runs, 2 earned runs. So defense letting him down. 11-0 for Hartman. What a start to the season. We'll see how long that streak continues. Ronson with the save. Noah Hartman, your player of the game.
Yeah, the overbetters would have liked to have that have been the featured game.
All right, Dynamos, Swift Steeds, 11-2, a beatdown. Wow. 4 hits for McLaughlin, the third baseman over there for Dallas. You love to see that from the top of the order. 3 hits from Groves right behind him. 1-2 punch beating up the State College Swift Steeds. Who over on the pitching staff, our good friend Benjamin had a nice start. 5 innings, 0 earned runs. But it was the bot, look what you made me do, giving up 4 runs there. Ouch. Redacted is the winner. Quality start, 6 innings, 2 earned runs. Player of the game is going to go to the aforementioned William Groves.
And I think that is all of your PBE action for this 22nd of July.
Cross another one off the books.
Do a quick save here. Punch it up a day. Check my schedule here. It looks like we are quick simming the 23rd. No minors today, just going to be quick simming the majors. We'll autoplay the games today. And we'll start off with the Buffalo Surge taking down the Maui Mako, score of 9-3. For your batters, we'll start with Buffalo. A 2-for-2 day with 3 RBIs, 2 runs, and a walk from Spock is a heck of a day. Not too much to look at over here for Maui. A couple of hits, a couple of walks, multi-hit game for McNasty. Pitching-wise, Michael Knightrider gets the loss 3.2, and he got hooked after giving up 7. You Need to Calm Down started for Buffalo, gets the win, 5.23 earned, and a save for Balkin. And yeah, Spock is going to be your player of the game.
I believe that is 1,000 career strikeouts for our friend Beaver. You Need to Calm Down. I think entered the day needing 5 to hit that threshold.
Yeah, 1,005.
Congratulations.
There you have it. Heck of a day. Just back it on up. All right, Sloths and Voyagers. Voyagers losing this one at home, 4-1. For your San Antonio Sloths, looks like a couple of RBIs for Sandwich, multi-hit games for Matata and Abbott. On the New York side of things, we'll highlight Tom Shue. Looks like maybe a solo shot. It was in the 4th inning. Pitching, Glenn Davies gets the win, 7.2 innings, only 1 earned runs over 4 hits. 7.2 innings in 81 pitches. That's very Maddoxian. I don't know. And a save for Esteban Rodriguez Jr. On the New York side of things, Abadir gets the loss, 6 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, and Glenn Davies is your player of the game. The Crabs and the Raptors. Crabs are going to prevail 7-5, despite getting out hit, 12 hits to 10. A couple of triple hit days here for Tuplan and Petrosabor. We'll highlight them. For Providence, 3 hits for Joe Burrow and 3 RBIs plus a run. Pitching-wise, Tom Riddle gets the loss, 4.2, gave up 7, only 4 earned. Merle will get the win for Providence, 6.2, 4 earned runs, a hold for Kagamine, and a save for Crab. Joe Burrow is your player of the game. Your final Legends game here, Vandals and Aviators. Aviators going to get the win here. It was a walk-off run scoring single hit by Sender Klukas. 11 hits to 8, 4 runs to 3. For
Nice job, Sender.
You love to see it. Stand Up is who I'll highlight for Vancouver. 2 hits and 5 tries. For Outer Banks, it's got to be Riverboat. 2 for 4, 2 runs. Pitching-wise, I think it's Pat or Pete Rogers. Pat Rogers, 7 innings, 3 runs, only 2 earned. 88 pitches there, so another good economical start. But Fuji will get the loss in relief. Ripspot started for Outer Banks, 7 innings, 3 earned. But Sky will get the win through 4 pitches, got a strikeout. And Justin Ripspat is your player of the game. On to the champions. It's going to take extras for this one, but the Detroit Demons are going to prevail over the Seattle Sea Serpents. Looks like it was a Haywood Dinkle walk-off 2-run home run, or should I say Haywood Dinkley, as he is sometimes known, I guess. For Seattle, a couple of multi-hit games. We'll look at the 2 RBI, 1-run, 2-hit performance of Mallet from Adam. For Detroit, we got multi-hit games over here, but let's highlight Blammo, 2 for 4, 2 RBIs. Pitching, Homie goes 6 innings, gives up 1, but a blown save for Singh and a loss for Hodder. For Detroit, Duckworth Lewis started 5.2 of 1 earned run, but the win will go to PP in relief. Excuse me, cat. I need to be able to see my monitor. Straight Gas Homie is your player of the game. Next up on the docket, we've got Nashville Stars taking down the Death Valley Scorpions at home. 7 runs to 1, 16 hits to 2. I think you could say it was a bit of a blowout from the underdog team in this one. The only RBI and one of the 2 hits coming from Tex Walker for Death Valley for Nashville. The top of the order was really getting it done. 3 hits apiece for Luongo and Rose. And a 3 RBI game for Smith. Onto the pitching. Ratatouille gets the loss, 6.17 earned. Mixon gets the win, 6.21 earned. And Glenn Allen Mixon is our player of the game. Toros and Supernovas. Toros going to shut out the Supernovas 7-0. Hitting-wise, it's our leadoff man, Caden Killeen, who goes 3 for 4 with a run. Or maybe McCoy, who goes 2 for 5 with 3 RBIs. Not much to look at on Sarasota, so we'll just scroll on down to pitching. Lemonade gets the win, 8 innings, 0 earned runs, 105 pitches. Smaxon gets their 16th loss of the year, 3.2, gave up 7. And Brew Star Lemonade is your player of the game. And our final game of the day, it's going to be the Indianapolis Apex picking up their 50th win. 11 runs to 3, 14 hits to 9. For NOLA, 2 hits from their leadoff man, Beauregard. For Indianapolis, it was a real team effort here. A lot of multi-hit games. 3 RBIs from each of Twift and Ben Dover. Pitching, DeFerrari gets the loss, 2.2, gave up 7 to the Apex Bats. Meanwhile, Bolanos only gave up 3 over 6 and secured the win. And Jody Groundball Quinn is our player of the game. So that should wrap up this sim day.
Going to tomorrow.
We surely are. And it's going to be primetime number 4 today. The Sloths and the Voyagers. Conveniently, the sim has it right up here in the upper left. Let's see if we have a note here. We do. Mike, if you don't mind doing me the favor of reading the fun facts, I can call this one.
Okay, I was going to say, you wouldn't take the game because you don't have a game yet, technically. I can get you through the notes, though. Don't worry. This rendition of the stats brought to you by Casey Colby. New York 1.5 favorites in this one. Although San Antonio's 4-1 versus New York this year. The average win on the San Antonio side of things is a 1.5. Or the average, I guess this is supposed to be in San Antonio. This is written a bit funnily. The average game in San Antonio is a 1.5 run win, and the average game in New York is a 1 1/3 run win. So hence the spread of 1.5. So the Sloths are in first in the Legends in the most offensive categories. They are third in the walks, which is their worst offensive category. They are fourth in pitching as a total, but they do lead the conference in strikeouts and fewest home runs allowed. The Voyagers are the second, so this is the 2 best offensive teams in a conference. They have more hits than the Sloths do, but they have less batting average. However, should be said, they are the second best pitching team in the conference. They are fourth in strikeouts, that is their worst pitching stat. They are a top half team in absolutely every respect. Billy Greer has been very good against lefties, but on the road, he is not. He's not good against really anybody on the road. He's got a 4.78 on the road, a 1.82 at home. He has given up more earned runs total in his 5 road starts than his 12 home. Zielman, however, so Greer bad on the road. Zielman's not good at home and is worse against righties than lefties. So the ground baller Zielman against the power sloths. Although both starters with their worst splits at home and on the road, and that's where the starters are. So, Danny, an interesting game in this one. Should be an offensive matchup.
I always love to call a good slugfest. We're winding down here on our prediction. It looks like people are smashing the Sloths side of the who wins, Voyagers or Sloths. I think I put Sloths down on my primetime prediction, so I guess that's who I'm rooting for.
I probably did too.
I think I went Voyagers. I usually just kind of go with the no, actually, my wife Stephanie picked it this week. I forget what she picked. I'll have to go back and look. But usually I just go for my former teams.
Wait.
She's not a member. It's not bad or anything. I was just like, hey, New York or San Antonio.
Is that not malting?
She would have to have an account for it.
But that's somebody else doing your tasks for you.
If he asked her, that's fine.
It was an audible this or that. She didn't sign in for me and make the predictions.
Oh,
I think about every single primetime Ruth Heater Ginsburg has ever done has been me saying this team, this team, this team, this team, and this team.
Oh, I guess that's true because the GMs always tell us. Yeah, all right. I guess
but
that's
usually,
true.
if one team has a cuter logo, she'll pick that team, regardless of what I say.
So she never picks Indy.
Correct.
Yeah, I guess you're right, Shu. Yes, by that logic. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Well, since we have our multiing investigation done here and out of the way, I'm going to take us into this one. Should be Akuna Matata leading us off, if I can remember the rules of baseball. Hey, there he is. Vivi Zielman's going to deliver on a full count. Gonna walk the first batter of the game.
Shut up, Pattis. Good to see you here, though. I will say, good to see you, Pattis.
Wow, I didn't think that one was gonna sneak out of here, but we already have 2 runs scratched across. I think that's 9 pitches for Vivi Zielman, 0 outs, and now it's a 2-run ball game. I should have said that's a deep drive to left. Christy Abbott now gonna ground out. Pitcher got over there and made the play. Jimenez passed the diving second baseman for a line drive single. Trevin Knight, loud sound, but that was right to the right fielder. So 2 outs now for Sandwiches on an 0-2 count. That gets by the second baseman. And Jimenez is going to head for third, slides in safe. Close play there. So runners at the corners for the flaming McDonald, but he'll strike out. On the 8th pitch of the at-bat, I think Vivi Zielman must have thrown probably 20 pitches that inning. But a well-placed strikeout pitch there.
Danny B, a very good streamer for the blind.
That's
Always
right.
likes to have the game sound on and speaks of the sound. And if you saw him in person, you'd probably go blind. So,
All true. Quick 1-2-3 inning for Billy Greer. We had some groundouts. We had some flyouts.
or at least that's what Ruth Heater Ginsburg told me. Oh.
Yes, she's a regular daredevil, blind and going to law school. Anchovy going to ground out to the third baseman there. For the hot-hitting Matata. I think that was 3 groundouts. Vivi Zielman settling down after that not-so-great first inning. Appreciate that, Big Smitty. Top Shoe, gonna fly out to left. Jackie Daytona grounds us to the first baseman. He makes the play himself, unassisted.
Mike, you also good. You make us tough. Yeah, and then once you're blind, then once you go deaf, Danny is useless. I have circumnavigated him again. Ah, ha, 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 ha.
Yes, indeed. All right, Christy Abbott flying out to center field. Chris Jimenez, shortstop, hits it to a double play ball, but no double play, as they only get the lead runner at second. So now it's Knight with 2 outs, going to fly one out to center left, right by the play baseball sign in center left. Ignacio Encarnacion going to fly out to left. And now it's bark, bark, woof, rough. They're just sending the balls to the left side of the field. It's another pop out. But R.J. Menard will get one down on the shortstop side of second base for a single. Barbados Slim going to take a walk. So runners first and second, 2 outs for Benny Rodriguez, the left fielder, who will strike out. And a good pitch right on the line there of home plate. Pork Chop Sandwiches now hits one over to third. They make the play. McDonald, 4 pitches, not super competitive. It's a 4-pitch walk. Theopolis Swidat?
Suryat.
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 Suryat. Ooh. I don't think I'd call that an error. That looked like an infield hit.
Careful there. It sounded like you said Theopolis Sweetheart. I believe that is going to be a fine for you.
Got it. Fair enough.
Can't say that. Can't say that horrible, horrible language here in the PBE.
There you have it. As it'll now be Antonio with 2 runners on and 2 outs. Couldn't beat out the throw, and we are through 3.5 innings.
Detroit getting no hit. Good to see.
It's early. New York barely has their first hit in this one, but I am not too worried for them yet. Tom Shue gonna get an infield hit. Not his usual MO, but he does well there, and that's into the corner by Daytona. Could score a run, but Shue is an old man and not that fast, so it'll just be runners first and second for Pretzelman. Just 1 out, and that's going to find some outfield grass for a hit. 1 run comes across to score, and now we'll have runners at the corners and 1 out. Encarnacion just needs to lift one, and it'll be an RBI, but he cannot. He strikes out on a curveball. Bark, bark, woof, rough. Past the second baseman. That'll be an RBI. RBI single there. And runners on the corners for Menard, who will sky one into center, over the center fielder's head. He jumped to try and catch it. I think we're going to have a tie ball game here. We certainly will. And a chance to do more damage for Barbados Slim. That's a good sound. That's into the corner, and it's over the wall. I meant to say into the gap, not the corner, but that's a gap shot, home run, a 3-run shot for Barbados Slim, his 6th on the year. So in 1 inning, New York has gone from down 3 to up 3. As the inning will mercifully come to an end for Billy Greer. Gets Rodriguez to roll one over. Big 4th inning. And now Abbott will take a walk off V.V. Zielman. Jimenez will strike out. No balls put in play yet. But Knight is going to change that. Oh, and it's going to be an error. I think the first baseman maybe didn't make the catch, or was it a bad throw? Low throw in the dirt. And it's going to be runners at second and third. Ground out will score a run. So a sacrifice hit there for Sandwiches. And another infield ball for McDonald, but this one will be gotten over to the first baseman for the out.
Jabs.
Yes.
Reach over on Danny's desk and get me that leather helmet.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Just grab it and hand it to me.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Thank you.
How does he know I have a leather helmet on my desk? I'm not sure why it just showed us that pitch.
Why did it only show that? Oh, that's weird. Oh, was it starting to rain, maybe?
Oh, maybe, yeah. As the bases are juiced,
Starting
and
to
that
rain
one's
runs.
going to be off the wall in center right for a 2-run double. And New York is adding to their lead. No outs here. Another opportunity for a big inning. And that's going to be a single to bring home 1 run. The second run crosses third, the point of no return, and is safe. Standing up, running over home plate.
More like Shoto Toda Ufi in this one.
Yeah, really. I think my prime time is
Nope,
in
there it
great
is. It was a
danger.
rain delay. It was raining.
Okay. There you have it.
34-minute rain delay. Todoroki stays in the game. I was looking at the thing.
Good catch. Glad you saw that. It's going to be a deep fly into left. Not deep, actually. A shallow fly into left. Not good enough to advance the runner. Barbados Slim with an out. Going to pop up on the infield. It's up to Rodriguez now with 2 outs in the inning. And he'll hit it to the shortstop, who steps on the bag himself. Could have been worse, but 4 runs added to the New York Voyagers lead. It's now 10-4.
And now that we're halfway through this ball game and Jab stole me back my aviator's helmet, I don't need my glasses to go up in my bubbled cockpitted airplane because I am going to take off and fly around the major leagues with this look at the out-of-town scoreboards brought to you by the PBE merch store, ! Merch in the chat. To get the link and go buy your PBE merch today. It's almost Christmas time. Why not buy yourself some world champion Indianapolis Apex merch to mark the holiday? Speaking of those Apex, they are winning 8-1 in the ninth. Ichino's trying to close it out against the Rougarous in the Brickyard. That's in Indianapolis. How about we go to Sarasota in the Superdome? Cancun is winning there 7-1. Nashville over DVS 10-1. A lot of blowouts in the champions. Providence at Boise 12-2. There's blowoffs abound even here in New York. Maui and Buffalo, though, they're close. Maui is up 6-5. Teams even on the hits. 3 home runs in that one. That's at the top of the 6th. And that is a look around the majors brought to you by the PBE merch store. ! Merch in the chat to take a look at all your merch wares today. You can buy a Voyager's cap and throw it up in the air when Ignacio Encarnacion hits one Encarnacion.
Thank you, Mike, for that enthusiastic and emphatic look around the league. You've put me in my place, shown me how it should be done. As Bark Bark Woof Ruff reaches first base there. Looked like a double play ball, but they'll just get the one out on account of they already had 2 outs, of course. It'll be Barbados Slim in the top of the order when we return to New York's turn to bat. But first, Christy Abbott will strike out. Jimenez and Knight, your do-ups. And now sandwiches as well, because Jimenez is going to lace one into the gap and reach second base standing up. Runner in scoring position opportunity here for Knight, but he will ground one of the second basemen. Does get the runner over to third, so if sandwiches can put one in play, there's a chance. But no, it's going to be a 4-pitch strikeout on a 103-mile-an-hour cutter. I would not want to be in the batter's box against that. Barbados Slim will ground out here to lead us off. That ball looked like it just about hit Benny Rodriguez, but they're calling it ball 4. A little hit and run action here, which will keep them out of the double play as Swerve rolls one over. And there's a hit batter. Dead ball. Tom Shue going to advance to first. And now Jackie Daytona, who will ground out to second and end the inning.
During this quick break, I did actually look it up. I pretty much every primetime since I was a Voyager back with J.A. Jabs, I picked the Voyagers to win, regardless of their matchup. This week, when I asked my lovely wife to pick the matchups, she picked San Antonio. So good job tonight, Stephanie.
Well, I think that's 3 primetime losers in the booth, as Suriat will hit a home run. Good to pad the career stats.
You know what, Jabs? This should prove to you one constant in your life. Never, ever listen to your wife.
Here come the sloth spats. That was a home run by Suriat. Now Anchovy with a double into deep center field. They just need 9 runs to take the lead here. Strikeout from Matata will not do it. They've got 4 outs to go. They need 9 runs. Maybe they'll need 8 here as the run comes home. And Anchovy is safe. It's now a 2-run inning here for the San Antonio Sloths. And Christy Abbott, that's going to be a passed ball. A little fumble-bumble action. And a hit batter. So Christy Abbott will, after the pass ball, get sent right to first. Maybe Reginald Sivart is a little frustrated with himself for the pass ball. And now he's going to pay for it. No, that was caught. I'm sorry. I thought that bobbled off the ground. But it was into the glove of Kirk Swerve, the center fielder.
20 hits for Providence tonight over Boise.
Wow.
20 runs. 20 hits. Yeah, I thought it was 20 runs for a second. But no, it's 16 runs. Might as well be 20 there.
Did that?
Destroying.
I said handcuffed him. I wasn't sure if that ball hit him or not, but they'll call that an error on the shortstop. RJ Menard into the left field corner.
A good game for old RJ. Oh, and we're not going to throw a guy out, huh?
No, certainly not. We want to be even at 14 hits, 14 runs.
Can't throw a catcher out at home, I see, from first.
We're not going to be at 14 hits. 16 runs, 15 hits for the New York Voyagers.
And that was mammoth. That almost hit the taco sign up there in right center.
I think the pitchers are going to be calling a meeting after this one. This is rough for the Sloths, though they do strike out Benny Rodriguez here. And I think that must have been Barbados Slim's second home run of the game, right? You could probably have your player of the game there.
You know what? If I was getting the tar beaten out of me, I'd have a meeting too.
Trevin Knight gonna hit a double. Pork chop sandwiches will fly out. 2 outs to go here. McDonald striking out. And it's down to Sudiat, the hot-hitting catcher. Checked swing. Wild pitch advances the runner. And then Sudiat will strike out to end the ball game. 16-6, 15 hits to 12. It was a big one for the Boys. A big, big, big one. For Stan Antonio. For New York, 2 hits, 5 RBIs, and I think 2 home runs, right? From Barbados Slim? Yes, 2 home runs. He does get the player of the game. Mike, you were absolutely correct about the rain delay.
Mm-hmm. As I am about many things.
Yes, indeed. So now we will take you around the rest of the league. I believe we do have minors and majors today. You alluded to the Crabs winning big, and yet the 1 and 2 performance are batters for the Providence Crabs. Both 5 RBIs for Ruiz, 6 for Will Love. That's going to be a fun one when we get to it.
Hoping on them.
But first, the Aviators and Vandals, in the opposite of what we just witnessed. It was a real pitcher's duel.
This is not a whooping.
No.
This is a good game.
Looks like scoring came off 2 solo shots and then a run-scoring double for the 3 runs in the ballgame. Only 10 hits between the 2 teams. 2 of those hits going to Pryor for Vancouver. For Outer Banks, 2 of them went to this dude. Silliams gets the loss 6 innings pitched. Only gave up 2. 1-8 record. You'd hope to win the 6-inning 2 earned run game, but I suppose not. It's going to be Brew City legend Hang Stu DeWright.
I was going to say, that's an ex-Bear doing a good one there.
It is. Is he still a knuckler? He sure is.
Nice.
So they say it can't be done, but here it is, a knuckleballer going 9 innings pitched, only 1 earned run. He walked 1, struck out 5, gave up the only run that was on a home run, and he'll get player of the game. Raptors and Crabs.
I love that. Fantastic word. Embarrass Raptors in flogging.
Yes.
Fantastic word, flogging that.
Losing manager said they took it on the chin. I think that and then some.
Took that one on the chin, the back, the head, kind of everywhere on that one.
So Johnny Pluto hits a home run, the only 2 runs for Boise. For Providence, it's hard to find someone not to highlight, but we talked about Ruiz and Love already, 5 RBIs and 6 RBIs, 11 RBIs between the two of them in the 4 and 6 hole. Let's look at your pitching. Do we have a starter going in this one?
No, we do not.
No, we do not. 5 arms in the arm barn were used. Rogers Jr. goes 1 inning, gives up 8 earned runs, and
Do
gets
not
pulled.
ever say arm barn again, Mr. PETA. That is literally the stupidest thing I ever heard of. All the animal cruelty people, you have all this crap going on, and then you have those PETA idiots moaning about bullpen versus arm barn idiots.
Yes, I do tend to agree with you. I just thought I could sneak one in there. Evidently, that's my mistake. Chet going nuts with the arm barn. You love to see it.
Just if I ever get the address of one of those PETA people that says the stupid arm barn thing, I'm gonna find them, find out where they live, and I'm going to DoorDash them a big old juicy cheeseburger. See how they like it.
Alrighty.
I thought that was going a different direction.
Mike fired up.
What was I gonna mail them? An entire cow?
Anyway.
Moving right along, I think we were about to talk about Evans, who gets the win, 5 innings, 2 earned, Nola the save, and Julio
I was
Ruiz,
not going to send them anthrax.
the player of the game. I hope not. Makos and the Surge, it was a close one, 6 runs to 5. The Makos getting the win here. That was a clean hit from Ovechkin. Johnson, 2 for 5, 2 RBIs, 2 runs. 3 hits for McNasty. On to the Buffalo side of things. Victor Herrera, former Demon, 2 for 4, a run, 2 RBIs. Pitching-wise, neither starter getting a decision. Kuramochi and Rolo both going between 4 and 5 innings, giving up 5 runs apiece. Kaladin Stormbless gets the win in relief, a save for Salchicha, and Roxas the loss and the blown save for Buffalo. Connor McNasty, Brew City legend, is your player of the game. And they too had a rain delay in theirs.
I mean, hey, it rained and poured in runs and in actual rain.
Yeah, I feel like the rain isn't supposed to help with the bombs, but we were seeing plenty. Apex going to pick up another win. I think it's been a good stream for them. Are they undefeated or did they lose one? I forget. Mike probably knows. I think they've won 3, right? I guess we'll never know. 14 hits to 8. 8 runs
no,
to
I'm
2.
sorry. I was reading another one of Shu's dumb HO ideas. Love you, Shu.
Forced retirement for the Streamers player. Uh-oh.
Who put the poll up, Nate? Nate! It's a bullpen!
Let me get my vote in there. Oh.
Is this tampering? It's a rule change, not tampering.
Not-Submit
You know
getting
what?
3
You
hits.
say what you will, but this has created more activity and engagement in the stream chat than any stream I've seen in the last 3 weeks. So, just saying.
Oh! I'm happy for reasons. Jimbo Slice, 3 for 5.
What did you do? What?
What
was that noise?
Cap scored a goal. When you've been rambling, I've been peeking over at my TV.
I was gonna say, was it the Caps beating the worst franchise in hockey?
Yes, the next franchise for a name change, I suspect.
Well, I wasn't talking about the name change. I was talking about the whole scandal thing.
I mean, which one?
Yeah, I don't wear my Johnny Taves jersey anymore.
Yeah, it's a real shame. It's a real shame what the ownership there did, and I feel bad for the fans because they deserve better.
I feel bad for the kid.
Yeah, that too. But
Maybe
enough about hockey, enough about arm barns. Let's get back to the stream at hand here. 3 for 4 for Tsunami, 2 runs. That's who I'll highlight for Indy. I think I highlighted Naz Hamed for New Orleans. We'll move on to pitching. Rayner gets the loss, 5.2, gave up 7. Shifty Lagoose the win, 6.2 innings.
I'm sorry, Danny. That is Shifty Lagoat to you.
Shifty Lagoat, 6.2, 1 earned. Player of the game, winner of the game. And Toros and Supernovas. Well, could you believe it? The Supernovas lost one. 9-1 Toros. We're going to highlight Batista. No, nope. We're going to do Steve Rogers. 2 for 5, 2 runs, 2 RBIs. Just kidding. I'm going to change my mind again. We're going to do Wallaby Hickams. 2 for 3, 2 runs, 2 RBIs, 2 walks. For Sarasota, let's look at Washington for at-bats, 2 hits. Pitching-wise, Leo Robert gets the win. 8.2 innings of 1 earned run ball. Obi-Wan Kenobi throws 2 pitches, gets an out. That'll lower that 9.0 ERA. Just a tad. Warner with an even higher ERA, 5 innings pitched, gives up 6. Fugg closes that one out. Leo Roberts, player of the game, and Vladimir Batista will tie the regular season record for doubles with 3.
AJ with a good point. Charity milestone make me write 1,000 words about arm barn versus bullpen. 1, I don't know if I could do 1,000 words, but 2, that makes me think that I do need to think of stuff to auction now that I don't run a team. Because I did last time we do charity, and I do want to ask, is that how you're going to name the new stadium, or are you guys just going to have an actual name? Like, do you guys have anything to auction off? Have you thought of it yet?
We haven't thought too much about the charity auction. We did put out a form and let players submit names. Then Jabs and I picked our 5 favorites.
Oh, okay. So it's
and then
legit.
put those 5 out for a
okay.
vote. Yeah.
So it's a legit name change. It's not we're gonna auction it in a charity thing. Okay.
Right. Stars and Scorpions. Stars win 10-1, 14 hits to 3. I think that's 5 hits in the Scorpions' last 2 games. That's rough. We'll talk about Nashville's batting. Multi-hit games for more than half the team. Crunk, the only one going hitless, but he took a walk. 2 for 4, 3 RBIs, 3 runs for Cade Munson. Pitching, it was Stephanie Morgan. Yep. 5.1 innings pitched, 7 earned. For Nashville, Hunter Havoc started. 7.2, 1 earned run ball for him. And he is your player of the game.
Yeah, Soroka, I'm pretty sure you're a fairly new Twitch name, and if you're not, and that was a joke, I apologize. But for anyone who is new and doesn't know what I'm talking about with the charity event, a bunch of us sim leagues get together. I don't organize it. That's Person Man who gets a good bit of that credit. A bunch of the sim leagues get together and do a charity event, and I was the GM of Kansas City, the minor league team in season 25, and I auctioned off our stadium and our bot names, and you just auction off things. And for example, I think our naming rights to our stadium, which it still is today, was I think $50. I think and you just on the forums you bid on stuff, and then we give all the money. It's a charitable thing. We give all the money to charity.
And it is a great thing we do. We pick a different charity each time. But we'll get back to the baseball here. Seattle, a couple of multi-hit games for Campbell and Cruz. For Detroit, like Mike likes to say, another offer for Danny B, so all remains right with the world.
Yep.
I can rest assured that nobody will ever accuse me of tampering with the sim, because anytime I ever sim, Danny B
because you'd be better,
sure to have maybe 3 hits in the whole sim. But we did get the win here.
You seriously have the worst luck of any simmer.
I know. When I broadcast,
except for this current edition of Hummus.
Fair. But that's not even just bad luck, because Danny B will have a good season and do terrible while I'm streaming. I think Hummus Scott's character is just bad. Unfortunately.
Well, the defense behind him is rotten.
Yeah.
Is also his problem.
Yeah.
They have absolutely no defense worth a crap.
There is some problems.
But anyway.
Let's talk about Drockenberg. A hit, 2 RBIs. Was it a home run? Yes, it was. Dinkel also checking in with a bomb. Pitching, Cantaloupe Crocodile went 8 innings, gave up 3, gets the loss. Cato going to get the win for Detroit, 7 innings pitched, just 1 earned. Ryan Dirty the save, and Walker Cato is our player of the game.
Walker Cato, one of those people, you see him in a different uniform, and it just kind of feels funny.
It does, but he's been good here in Detroit. We've been happy to have him. Your Hepcats are going to win one, 7-2, 15 hits to 5.
4 wins so far in the stream for Kansas City.
You have the opposite of me. You have good luck, I feel like, in our sims. Kansas City always seems to do well. With Kane hitting 2 for 5 with 3 RBIs. For the Lemurs, 2 for 4 with an RBI for Brownowell. Pitching wise, Hankey gets the start, no decision. The wind is sharp, the loss to Crimps. And Rensil? Rensel. I'm going to go with Rensel, your player of the game. 2 for 4, an RBI, a run, and a walk. Flamingos and Firehawks, Battle of the Burbs. 7 runs to Florida. 2 runs
You
to
say
California.
the burbs or the birds?
The Burbs. Birbs. Burbs.
Oh, sorry. I hear
Yes,
burbs. I think
suburbs, I think, is a...
right. I
yeah,
think the suburbs.
that's fair.
It's like one of them is both of them, in fact, are states. It's like both of them are states. What the hell are you talking about?
I'm going to highlight Havinthony Brizzo, 2 for 5, 2 RBIs and a run. California, 3 hits to McGuire. Pitching, Scudder gets the win, 7 innings, 2 earned. Freddie the save, Gordon the loss, and Keegan Halverson is your player of the game. Dillos and Kingpins. The Dillos will win this one 6-1. Getting up near 30 wins now, are they? In the winning effort, 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs and a run from Barnold, the cleanup man. For Chicago, 2 for 4 for Andrews. Pitching, it's Fank who gets the win, 6 innings, 1 earned. Nini gets the save, and Michaels the loss. Farley Fank is your player of the game.
I mean, Farley Hank. Because Harley Fank was the last one. Not Farley Fank.
It's Harley Fank.
Yeah.
Isn't that what I said?
No, you said Farley Fank. You combined the 2 player names.
Okay, my bad.
Trash.
Wheelers going to get near 50 wins themselves, 10-7, winning this one at 4-run 9th inning is what propelled them to their victory. For Anchorage, 3 for 4
Hoppy,
games.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I got a really bad feeling what that's going to be.
Yikes. Farley Fanky.
Although I am going to look it up.
Slither Snake, 3 hits. 43 senior, 2 for 5 with 2 runs, 2 RBIs. Both leadoff men doing a good job here. McLaughlin goes 2 for 5 with 2 runs. Oh, but 5 RBIs and 4 hits for Groves. I don't know how I almost missed that.
Why did I have a feeling what it was going to be?
Penalty goes 5.1, gives up 5 as I desperately try to get us past the topic verb and dictionary. A blown save for Dog, a win for Dudley. Jose started for Dallas, no decision. Paul the hold, Rodriguez the loss, and the blown save. William Groves and his many RBIs will be our player of the game.
I will not be reading that on stream.
And finally...
I would for charity. As long as we were in safe harbor,
yes.
I would.
Smart. Bears going to win this one 6-1, 12 hits to 4. For State College, a multi-hit game for Decker. For Bruce City, multi-hit games for many. Aldridge going 3 for 4. Honda getting 3 RBIs. Tampering gets the loss, 5 innings pitched. The win's going to go to Budweiser, a hold for Arms, and McNamerson started, but no decision. Martin Honda is your player of the game. And that will do it for the 24th of July.
As Jabs breaks something on his desk.
I threw my pen in the air in excitement for the Bears win. And then it landed.
Uh-oh.
Wow, it's that rare?
Is that how that happens?
Yeah, I don't even flinch anymore when the Hepcats win. It's just, we winners get used to things like this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a miracle when you actually draft well. Vandals are going to beat the Aviator. Oh, or are we starting my...
I want to get our save out of the way early.
Vandals beat the Aviators 4-1 on the back of a good start from Josephy Tosin. Zarin Pryor, 2 hits, 3 RBIs. We got 3 hits from OBX as a unit. Tosin, 7 innings when earned. Beaumont, 6 2/3 for earned player of the game is Josephy Tosin, like I figured. Boise beaten by the Crabos. Good stream so far for the Crabs. Good lord. Bergamot Lemon 2 hits out of the 5. Boise only had 4 hits. Radiant Sam had 2 of those. It's Andrew Lucas. How many that's like the 5th complete game loss that we've. Wait a minute. How did he get to 133? That's over global. I've never seen anybody go over global before
I wonder,
since I've been here.
can you set a pitch limit that's higher than the global?
No, I don't. No, because even if you have it at 0, it's 130 no matter what.
But what if they put in 140?
I don't think they would do that.
Who is it?
Lucas. Unless it just won't pull you during the at bat, then that would make sense.
That would make sense.
But I thought the global was just no matter what, you're automatically done.
His limit's 120.
Yeah, it's 120.
So
he should have been out anyway. That's interesting. That is really interesting.
Yeah. Oops.
Anyway, 8 innings, 2 earned. Dasani Voss 6 1/3, no earned. George Washington grabbed the save. Player of the game is Dasani Voss. I swear I've never seen anybody go over the global before. If you're in the middle of a batter, it won't. Okay, it won't pull pitcher. Wow, the Sloths come up big at the very end of this one. They were down 5-2 until the 8th, and then they really turned it on. 11 RBIs on just 7 hits and 6 walks, so that's 13 base runners on hits and walks anyway, and 11 ribbies. That's some very, very good efficiency. 12 hits and 6 walks, that's a total of 18 for New York. They only scored 5 times. Not bad efficiency, but not as good as San Antonio. How about the pitching? Well, pitching 5 earned runs for the San Antonio staff. 10 earned runs for the New York staff. O'Sullivan giving up 5 of those. Your player of the game is Tom Shue. Maui is going to beat Buffalo in this one 11-5 or 11-9, excuse me. 36 hits combined. Buffalo 21 hits, only 9 of them come across to score. Everyone got a hit. In fact, everybody had 2 hits except for Hudson Lane. Yeah, he was the only guy who didn't have multiple hits in that one for Buffalo. They still managed to lose the game. Maui, everyone got a hit except for Hunt's Ketchup. Their big hitter is probably going to be Ernie Harwell, who had a grand slam off of Anchor Bell in the 5th. Speaking of Anchor Bell, let's look at pitching. Lucky old Charles got the start. 4 innings, 5 earned. Then Bell, Sexy, and Ginsburg came in. Ginsburg, the only one to not allow runs. Kagamine, 3 1/3 of 5 earned. And then Achu, and then no one else gave up a run. Storm bust the win. Boldelli the hold. Sochi to the save. Player of the game, Riddle McGee.
Last time I checked, Ruth Theater Ginsburg was leading that conference in saves.
Nice.
You'll love to see it.
DVS beats Nashville in this one. Justin Sims continues his phenomenal Sims season. 8 innings, no earned. Tommy Rezarowski, 6 innings, 1 earned. Batting wise, 5 hits as a team. Tex Walker had 2 and the sole RBI for DVS. Nashville, K. Faraday had 2 hits, no ribbies though. Sims and Preston locked him down. Your play of the game is going to be Justin Sims before I even see it. Apex get ruffle stomped by the Rougarous. Probably Dogwood Maple's first bad start of the year, like truly bad start of the year. So the Rougarous now have 44 wins. Indy manages only 5 hits as poor Dogwood gets roughed up 4 2/3, 7 earned. Rougarous 5 hits for W.R. Wolf, part of the future of NOLA. As part of the past of NOLA, Aiden McDougall goes 8 2/3. Another guy over the global. 135.
There you have it.
Wow. 3.83 ERA. What is with it on this sim? And everyone going complete games. And it's the second time I've seen somebody pass global. I've never seen it before. Aiden McDougall, your player of the game.
He didn't quite go complete.
Oh, yeah, not quite. That must have been a deep at bat because like Pleasance threw that 3rd. Toros are going to beat the Supernovas 5. I cannot believe that's a real record for a baseball team.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
it's not great.
Bill the Hill had a good start. 6 1/3, 3 earned. He just has no run support because their offense doesn't exist. Look at that there for Sarasota. Their 3-hitter is hitting 134. Cancun, 6 hits and 3 RBIs. Molly Mitchell, 6 innings, 1 earned. Jackson Wooler, the save. Player of the game is Molly Mitchell. Although who wouldn't against that unit? Detroit beating Seattle here 2-1. Good close
I
one.
did it. My first hit of the stream.
Hey, Danny actually did something. Woohoo!
And in a 2-1 game, it was a big hit.
Mm-hmm. Is a triple. It was a Ricky Vaughn, good performance, 6 1/3, 1 earned. Danny Sullivan, 6 1/3, 2 earned. Good performance from him as well. The ever impressive Jackson DeMarco, 1 2/3, no earned. Davis Campbell had a home run off of Ricky Vaughn. The only run that they got was from Campbell. He is hitting nearly 350 this year. What a year for Davis Campbell. Their standout batter by far. Player of the game, Ricky Vaughn.
Do we? No. We didn't do these.
California beats Florida, so the Flamingos are going to drop a game down. California will inch closer, or inch up, I guess I should say, in that final wildcard spot. 6 hits as a team, 2 from Larson, 2 from Tree. Florida, only 6 hits, just like California. They get 2 from Yippers, but unfortunately they got no RBIs. California hit 2. Thompson, 5 2/3, no earned. Bloodshine, 4 1/3, 2 earned. Player of the game, Walter Thompson. Oh, the 2 top teams are going to get upset. So Dallas beats Anchorage after California beat Florida. So the Wheelers, the Wheelers muster only 4 hits. They do walk 7 times, but they couldn't do much with those walks. They only had 2 RBIs in this one. Dallas struck the ball 4 times, walked 3, total of 7. They scored more. They had 3 ribs. Liver got the win, 5 1/3, 2 earned. Somerville, 6 innings, 3 earned. Jenkins Liver's your player of the game. Let's go to Bruce City, where the Swifties get a win off of the worst number 1 overall pick of all time, Will Millis. 5-0 is the victory. Decker, 3 hits. Esselman, 2 hits and 2 RBIs. 3 hits for Bruce City total, so the same number of hits as Decker. Wilson gets the start and the win, 7 innings, no earned. Millis, woe is he, 6 innings and 1 earned. 4 runs, though, allowed total. Ardridge and Honda, you can thank for that on the errors. Player of the game, Lindy Wilson. Let's go to Kansas City. Oh, actually, let's go to Louisville, I should say, for the game with the Hepcats. 7-0 victory over the Lemurs. Just throttled them. Want to highlight Lavoie on the first sim of the career. The DH, 3 hits, 4 at-bats, 2 RBIs. And I believe he was player of the game from what I saw in that little box score there. Ike Wolfing, 3 innings and just under 60 pitches and got taken out. That's interesting. Then Winters gets the win. Then Mosley and Mazzarelli finished it out. McCoy got the loss for Louisville. Then Roberts, Krat, and Fujisaki showed up. Niall Lavoie, your player of the game. Let's take a look at some of the Lemurs batters. Let's just confirming on Lavoie. Kyle Eliason had 2 hits. He's probably your stand-up batter in this one. Final game of the day. Dillos and Kingpins. So the Dillos win 7-5 here over Chicago. They gain a game and get a little bit closer. Barnold came across twice after his walks. They capitalized on him well. Probably Velasquez that did it. 4 hits, 3 ribs on his day. And for Chicago, 4 hits for Aiden Andrews. Rodriguez Jr. got the start, 5 1/3, 2 earned. Jones got the start for the Dillos, 5 1/3, 1 earned. Giancarlo Vasquez, your player of the game.
So that'll move us up a sim day. We have another featured game today. It's a no majors kind of day. That's right, we locked out the major leagues on the 26th. We're going to be doing Chicago. If I can find them. Oh, right there. At the top. Chicago and the Armadillos.
Sweet home, Chicago.
I think it is your turn, Michael, though you did just do a ton of box scores.
So I am going to make sure, because I actually don't know what the schedule is for today. I'm going to go make sure there's no indie game next or something that I'd want to call.
State College Chicago is the next one after this.
Chicago getting the back-to-back
What? Really?
Yeah.
That's weird. Oh, yeah, you're right. Man, that's weird. Double feature for Chicago. I'll go ahead and call this.
Alrighty, do you want me to do the notes while so you can get a
Oh,
minute
yes,
to
please.
drink
Go
some
ahead.
water, or rest your voice, or whatever you need to do? Our suggested over/under, if one hasn't been started yet, it doesn't look like it has been, is going to be 2.5 stolen bases. If somebody wants to throw up 2.5 stolen bases for Chicago and Amarillo. Here's our notes, brought to us by Rankle. Chicago comes into the stream at 500. They had 32 wins and 32 losses to start this one off. Put them at 5th place in the minors, 4 games ahead of the California Firehawks. Their success this season can be attributed to their speed on the bases. Excuse me.
Bases?
On the bases, there's more than one of them, I checked. And that prediction is up, so I'm going to take a second here to vote in it before I continue with our fun facts. There it is. Bring those back up now. 4 games ahead of the California Firehawks, I said. Their success this season attributed to their speed on the bases, as they have the most stolen bases in the minors as a team at 82. They also have a good ability from their pitchers to keep balls in the park, pitching staff with the second fewest home runs allowed. Meanwhile, the Dillos were coming into the stream at 26 and 38 on a whopping 11-game losing streak. I feel like they've won one this sim, so that might be a thing of the past. Despite their troubles, they were only sitting 2 games back from a playoff spot, tied with the Dynamos and the Lemurs. This series and the one they just finished are very important for the Dillos if they want to claw their way back into a playoff position. The Dillos' first baseman, Chris Davis, he's batting in the 3-hole. He's been electric in his last 8 games, batting a whopping .514 with 3 home runs. Chicago's ace, Cameron Grimes, who will be pitching for us today, has been excellent, posting a 2-2 record with a 2.02 ERA over his last 4 games, including 2 separate games where he went 7 innings of shutout baseball. The Dillos' ace,
Savonle Makudowicz,
thank you, Mike, has also been excellent, posting an 8-4 record with a 1.98 ERA in the last 15 games. He's only pitched 16. He's got the 4th best ERA in the league at 2.34. It's actually gone down this stream, all the way down to 2.29. And here are your Martin Honda keys to victory. The strategy for Chicago tonight is going to be getting through Mike Udowitz. The Dillos bullpen ranks 8 overall in the league in ERA, and their starter tonight is one of the best pitchers in the league. Expect some late game action from the Chicago lineup. So it sounds like if they can just get through that starter quick, maybe take some deep at-bats, they'll be in good shape. Meanwhile, for the Dillos, they're going to do something about base runners. Their catcher, the Chicago catcher that is, Giancarlo Velasquez, has thrown out 14% of the runners who have tried to go on him. So he will need to step it up in a big way tonight to keep the Dillos from having their way on the base paths. That's what I got. The prediction is done. The overs took the lead here. A small bet, 1.5K channel points to 1.1K on the under. And that's what I have. Under gang,
you're ready
indeed.
to get things started then.
And if you're ready, yeah, let's do it. Here you
Yeah,
go.
let's go ahead and get started. So here we go from Chicago. At Kings Field, it is the Dillos and the Pins. And it's Cameron Grimes to get the start. 100 innings, nearly even. A 3.05 ERA, 96 hits and 30 walks. A whip, I should say, just over 1.2. And he's not given up a walk or a hit so far in this innings. He's gotten Oatmeal and now Dubson down on strikeouts. Here's Chris Davis, the first baseman. He's going to wrap that into left. This will be a double for Davis. And Big Barnold is going to stroll up to the plate. Barnold having by far the best season of his career. He's going to get this one under the third baseman. Hayden Andrews' glove. What a throw from left. Oliver Cleary clears him out. Get off that. Get off a home plate, he says. Here's the DH, a real name. Must be a bot. There's a fly out to left. Here about Wayne Shorzy. Shorzy into center field. That's an out. Hayden Andrews as the lights go down here at Kings Field in Chicago. Andrews is going to beat it out for a single. Donnie Applegate, 3-2. Applegate, center field. That's caught for an out. Easier inning for Mike Kudowitz than Grimes. Well, it should be said, Grimes has struck out the third batter already. 4 outs, Stephen K's. Here's Adam Rage. He struck out 2. Grimes has 5 outs. 4 of them are strikeouts. Across 70 now in the season. Here's Velasquez. This is not a strikeout. This is out of here. Giancarlo Vasquez, 399 feet to left field. 1-0 Dillos.
That's right. No name is Caldera, who had to change his name because Robert dropped tables players was destroying the index.
Wait, really?
Not the index. I forget what it was. Some spreadsheet.
I actually had to change it. That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, 5 Ks now for Grimes. He has had a great start, except that home run.
Bring back Frederick Emerald.
Yes,
Right?
indeed.
Demetrius Danger grounds out. How about Chase Strongarm? By the way, this lineup is facing savantly Mike Kudowitz. 108 innings on the season, a 2.25 ERA, 59 strikeouts on the season in those 108 innings, 103 hits, 33 walks, a whip of what I believe to be 1.2 and change. 2 runners on now, 2-2. Mesbro Pulse Demon? What? Merzabo Pulse Demon strikes out. Here is Finn McPingison, who strikes out. Now Urza Oatmeal. So the first time through the order, Grimes struck out 6 Dillos. Dubson now, fly ball right field, and caught it for the out. Bottom of the first, a real name is back up, and he's going to ground out. He may be a real name, but he doesn't have a real hit.
Hey-o.
Hayden Andrews is going to ground out to the pitcher. Third is over. It's 1-0. Happy to have you with us here on Twitch TV, twitch.tv/PBE Sim. How's everybody doing tonight? Leatherneck Mike with you in the booth here with Danny B and Jabs for some Week 3, Day 3 action, in case any of you are new. Davis on second, Barnold on first. Now Michael Williams is going to single this one into right. Throw home is not in time. It's 2-0. Now Adam Rage pops up first base. Second baseman's going to call him off and get it. Velasquez, ground ball. Is it 2? Yes, it is. Chicago's out of the inning. Now, if only they could get some run support for their starter. Been pretty hard to do off of Mike Kudowitz. See if Chicago can do it here in the 4th. Applegate's going to get a single. Good way to start. Demetrius Danger. He's going to pick up another single. Will they send Donnie to third? Yes, they will. And he will not get there in time. Good throw from Dubson. That's another awesome defensive play by the Dillos. And how about another one? Double play. Absolutely beautiful defense. An outfield assist in the first inning. An outfield assist here in the 4th, as now we change over to the 5th, and then a double play. What an inning for the defense. Glovery grounded out, and then McPingison is going to reach on an error. How about Urza Oatmeal? Oatmeal will walk. Don't know how exactly they walk. More like roll, I suppose. Dubson is going to line out. Oh, it's a double play! Oh, no. McPingison was asleep. Was wandered out halfway between the base paths and took a snooze. Was rolled up in a ball and went to sleep. Unbelievable. So that's 2 good double plays. It's 3 fantastic defensive plays in the last 2 half frames. Holtzman ground to the pitcher. I swear, Mike Kudowitz has fielded the ball off the mound like 5 or 6 times. Doing a great job. Cameron Grimes is going to give up a fly ball to Chris Davis, but that is going to be caught in center field by Messner. Now a one from Barnold is going to go to left field to Cleary. How about Williams? Bouncer over to first. There's the out. 6th inning is over. Hey, Jabs, are you there?
I am indeed here.
As our guest, I think I'm going to hand you the leather aviator's cap and have you take a look around the minors. So what do you say? You jump in that plane, you jump in the DB2 dive bomber, and take a look around the minors.
All right, I will jump in the plane. I'm climbing higher, 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 looking all across the America and beyond for these minor league box scores. Looks like over at the house that Pancakes built, the Swift Steeds are upsetting the Bears 5-2 at the moment. Louisville is down 5-1 against the Hepcats. Anchorage 5-1 is a popular score tonight as they trail against the Dallas Dynamos at K. Faraday Memorial Stadium. And we also have the defending champs, another 5-1 score. Wow. The Firehawks beating the Florida Flamingos at the moment. That's as I climb back down to earth as the Kingpins or the Amarillo Armadillos, whoever, they're both wearing black, get off the field. That is your enthusiastic attempt at looking around the minors.
I just realized, by the way, both teams are wearing black uniforms. I literally did not realize that until this point because I use the sidebars. I barely pay attention to the actual field itself other than where the baseball is. Strong arm is going to double. Thank you very much, Jabs. Danny, I think you could take a pointer or two from your GM.
I'm furiously taking notes over here.
That was a very good, enthusiastic look. The only thing you forgot was that it's brought to you by the PBE merch store. ! Merch in the chat to get your merch today. Nick Pingeson is going to strike out to Jeremy Krause, who's in the ballgame now. 26 innings as a reliever, 5.50 ERA. Here's a Oatmeal pop up to first. 2-2 to Dubson. Struck him out. Matt Dubson goes down. Bottom of the 8th. We're going to go. Tambolthan Chartoppelhauser is in. And Oliver Cleary is going to clear this into center. And that's a single. Here's Pulse Demon. Little dribbler, not going to be a double play. Didn't want to get that throw off to first base. Thought he already beat it. A real name is going to be thrown out at first, so Pulse Demon avoids 2 double play situations. Scherzi is going to walk for Hayden Anders, 361, a minors MVP candidate. And that's a single. This could get a run back. Yeah, it will. And now Donnie Applegate can tie the game, a runner in scoring position. Hang on, folks. This might get interesting yet. The 1-2. Applegate struck out Chartoppelhauser with a huge strikeout to stop them cold. Top of the 9th we go. Mitch the T-Rex going to come in the game as Chris Davis flies out to right. The big Barnold, 3-2. Barnold back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. And now they're going to go to Mikey Williams. Williams, 1-for-3 on the day. 3-2 to count. He flies out to the left. Rage the DH. 2-2. Slapped into right. This is going to be a single. They're going to send the runner to third. Actually, they're not going to send the runner home. There's an error in the outfield. Rage got to second. Runner wasn't paying attention, so he ignores the sign to go home, and that's going to come back to bite him, perhaps, as Velasquez can only muster a ground ball. He is out, so it's Danger, Strong Arm, and Messner. Try and get things done for Chicago in the 9th. They face Chartoppelhauser, who's thrown 21 pitches in the game. Danger grounds out on 3 pitches. Strong Arm, the 2-0. For the Kingpins first baseman, laying out in center. Nice catch, Big Barnold. Here's Micah Messner, the 2-2, into right. Laying out for the final out of the game is Dubson.
Back-to-back clippable plays. Amazing.
The defense was phenomenal in that game, I feel like.
Yeah, that was the best. Kind of weird to say when I'm not even talking about the pitchers. It's the best defensive baseball game that I've seen in a long time. I mean, as in fielding.
I was just going to say, it looks like it was a pitcher's duel, but I really think the defense Defense
And the
is what
two
did it.
errors, and the one of those two errors wound up being the difference too.
Yep.
So here's the line score. The box score rather. Big Barnold had 3 hits in this one. Hayden Andrews had 2. Those are your outstanding batters. Makuto at 7 innings, no earned. Grimes 7 innings, 2 earned. There you go. Let's take a look at the player of the game. It is Savanale Makutowicz. Florida over California 7-6. So they came back 6 in the 8th inning off of Beckett. Wow. Wait, hey, go back up to the headline, Danny. That might be the first time I have ever seen the headline be about something on the losing team.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't notice that, but I think you might be right.
I mean, Larson did go 5 for 5. That's by far your standout batter, but that is really interesting.
Yeah.
Jim Anthony Brisso had 2 hits and 5 ribbies, but look at that. Kevin Larson, pat yourself on the back, sir. 5 for 5 today. Too bad nobody else could do something in front of you, or at least couldn't score off of your hard work. Lizzie Mitchell, 7 innings, 3 earned. Beckett, 2/3 of an inning, the loss. Win goes to Quill. Save goes to Freddie. Your easy player of the game at the Kettles, Kevin Larson. Oh man, Bruce City. I think this is the series lost to State College, I think.
Yes, it is.
6-3 defeat in this one. Frankenstero had 2 hits, though. He was a bright spot today. How about John Doe Jr.? He came across to score twice. Maybe Scott Gisford and Vincent Aldridge. So there were some guys that did some stuff. It's just people around him didn't do anything, couldn't get him home. For State College, really good day for Brock Sampson. Hey, would you look at that? How about a 2-run shot off of Jormungandr Ragnarok and combine that with some other stuff? You get 4 hits and 4 RBIs. Some solid appearances. Jormungandr was not the world serpent in this one. He was just a measly little garden snake. 5 2/3, 12 hits, 5 earned, a 273 area now on the season. Spontavious Day, 6 innings, 2 earned. That's his second win of the stream, I believe. Player of the game, Brock Sampson in this one. That's complete fooey. Should have been Larson for 5 for 5. Only in front of 6,300 people. You guys got some attendance issues.
Larson was player of the game, but Larson was in the other game.
Oh my god.
Larson's 5 for 5 performance. He should be player of the game in every game.
Player of every game.
Yeah, he's right here. He got it. Don't worry.
He didn't even make top 3 of the day, though.
That is surprising. But it was 4 singles and a double.
All right. Something you've never done in your career. 5
Correct.
hits. Anyway, Kansas City, they win 7-2. 10 hits in this one. Kent Murphy with a home run, a 3-run home run off of Ronlin. That gives him his 3 RBIs. Louisville, 2 hits from Carrillo, Escalito, and McGee. Ronlin, 6 innings, 5 earned. Evan Heed, 5 1/3, 1 earned. Mazzarelli, the hold, no save. Play of the game is, I'm betting. Wait, hey, don't tell me. It's Evan Heed.
No, it's not.
No, it's Justin Johnson. Did Johnson hit the
3 for 5,
3
2
hits,
runs,
2 RBIs
2
for Johnson.
RBIs.
Like, wait, was it Murphy? 3 hits, 2 RBIs. Good day. Now here's the Wheelers and the Dynamos. Wheelers almost brought this one back after they were down early, 5-1. So 2 of those 5-1 scores, Jabs, actually got turned around. That's interesting. Big is 4 at-bats, 3 runs, 3 hits, and 3 RBIs in a walk. A really, really good day for Big Is there. How about that? Anchorage, 10 hits, 6 RBIs. Dallas, though, 14 hits and 7 RBIs. Becky Quinn, a phenomenal start, 6 innings, 1 earned. Tim Stranger, 5 innings, 5 earned. See where all the runs came from. Oh, it was Delta. 1 inning, 5 earned. Windenstein got the win, though. Bombs, the loss in the blown save, and the player of the game, Israel Kamahuda Heda Keegan Habada, a.k.a. Big Is.
So that'll do it for the 26th. We got a quick sim on today. It'll be a quick sim all. And then tomorrow is a featured game that I think Jabs is going to call. So I'll take these box scores.
Me and Jebs do all the work here.
That's right. As
Hey, the box scores are the hardest part, man.
It's true. Leading us off here, the Makos and the Vandals, 6-4, 10 hits apiece, 0 errors apiece. But the Makos, who are having themselves a stream tonight, get another win here, 19-51 now, starting to turn things around. Might be too little, too late, but good to see them rally. Could bring good things into next season. We'll highlight Camden, 2 for 5, 2 runs, 2 RBIs. For Vancouver, let's take a peek at Pryor, 3 for 4, 2 runs, and an RBI. Pitching-wise, Dalcott got the win, went 6 innings, 1 earned. Ho gets the hold. Salchicha the save. Takahashi's going to lose for Vancouver, 5.2, gave up 3. And Dalcott is our player of the game, starter for Maui. Raptors and Sloth. Sloth's going to take a win here, shutting out the Raptors. They just got one single hit. It looks like it was Bodnar who hit a single. For San Antonio, wow, not really any standout performance here. It was kind of a team effort in this one, although Jimenez went 1 for 3 with a walk and an RBI. Shank Daly started for the Raptors, 3 earned runs over 6. For San Antonio, it was King George III with the win, 0 earned runs, 7 innings pitched, gave up the 1 hit. Esteban Rodriguez Jr. getting the save, so how about a couple of Miners HO members getting it done between the two of them? King George III, your player of the game.
Shout out John, my good friend.
John and Slim.
Nah, all my homies hate Slim. Nah, I'm just kidding, Slim.
Gotta throw some shade. Aviators gonna pick up a win here against the Crabs, 3-1.
Nah, I think Slim lives in the shade at this point.
3 hits for Riverboat. Wow, the 5 hits, 3 of them going to Riverboat. Basically a quarter of the hits in the entire game. He got an RBI. It was good for the win, basically. For Providence, 2 hits for each of Cologne and Slokening. Pitching Funk started for Outer Banks, 6.1, gave up 1. Hold for McDonald, save for Sky. Ivy Leaf started for Providence, 7 innings, 2 earned, 3 total. Player of the game, but gets the loss. That brings us to Buffalo, where we see the Voyagers and the Surge go head-to-head, and Herrera will power the Surge offense to a 10-5 victory, 15 hits to 12. For New York, let's look at 2 for 5, 1 run, 2 RBIs of Tom Shue. For Buffalo, it's definitely got to be a Victor Herrera, 3 for 5, 2 runs, 4 RBIs. He'll be your player of the game for sure. Pitching-wise, Toasties gets the start, 3.2, gives up 6, gets the loss. For Buffalo, it's going to be Greg Digger Jr., 5.14 earned is your winner. Roxas and Schramm with holds. And yeah, Herrera is in fact your player of the game. Sea Serpents and Rougarous in New Orleans. It's going to be the Serpents getting it done in extras. Looks like 2 home runs in the top of the 10th were the difference here in the 4-1 ball game. For Seattle, wow, Slaseco, 4 for 5, 3 RBI, 2 runs. It's a standout performance for sure. For Nola, Naz Hamed getting the lone RBI despite no hits. He did have 2 walks. Booze Cruiser started this one, 5.1, 1 earned runs, just what you expect to see from him. Triplet gets the win in relief, however. Sing the save. Nakamura started 7 innings, 0 earned, no decision. Wright had the blown save. McThorn body the loss. And Jose Slaseco is your player of the game.
Nice job, Jose. Number 1 performance on the day for Slaseco.
Nice. Good smattering of players here.
Smattering, that's another good word.
The rare compliment from Mike. Love to see it. Toros and Scorps. Scorps going to win this one 6-2, 10 hits to 5, 1 error to none. For the Cancun batters, let's highlight Batista 2 for 3, or the 2 RBIs of Hulk and Vittle. Take your pick. For Death Valley, 3 hits for Boss, 2 RBIs for Jacob. Pitching Benson gets the loss, 6 innings, 3 earned for Cancun. For Death Valley, Farnsworth, the win, 6 innings, 2 earned, a hold for Pressing, and Herbie Farnsworth is your player of the game. Apex going to pick up another win here against the Sarasota Supernovas, 13-3. They just needed the 4th inning to secure the win. Could have sent the bats home after that one and just taken the outs. For those Apex, 3 for 4 for Bendover, 2 runs, 4 RBIs. Sarasota, a 3 for 4 day for Jimmy Olsen with an RBI and a run. Pitching, it was Mike Dion, went 7, gave up 3 earned. Bones went 5.1 and gave up 4 for the loss. Bendover, your player of the game.
The definition of mediocrity on the mound for the Apex.
And the Stars and the Demons. Stars go this one 5-2. Danny B still just has the 1 hit on the sim. It's incredible. Do have 100 contact. It means nothing. Multi-hit days up and down the lineup for Nashville. They had Lou Longo, they had Buswell, and they had Kay Faraday. For Detroit, the 2, 3, 4, and 5 hitters all also had multi-hit games. Pitching-wise, Sanchez the win, 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. Washington the save. Diglett started for Detroit, gave up 5, 4 of them earned in 5.1 innings. And Giovanni Sanchez is your player of the game. And we didn't have any minors today, so that will do it. Brings us to our last featured match of the day. It's going to be another minor league game here. We're looking for State College and Chicago. State College coming off a series win. And it'll be the commissioner starting this one off.
Oh boy, get this one, get the over going, boys. Get an over-under runs. Benjamin gives up a 5.5 stat.
All right. Why don't you guys lead us in here with the lineups and stuff? I got to refresh my Discord real quick. I'm lagging a little bit.
Not a problem. I'm trying to see if we had a stat thing for this one. Doesn't look like it. So I'll have to make them up. We do have a prediction live. It is Alexander Benjamin innings pitched. Over under 5.01. So if he pitches 1 out into the 5th, the overs have it. If he doesn't pitch past the 5th, the unders have it.
I just put all 19,000 of my points on the under.
I'll tell you what,
Cool.
I believe in our commissioner, so I'm going to drop 79,500 points on the over.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Oh,
My God, you actually did that.
right,
I believe in hummus, you know? I have faith.
I put 4,066 on the under. So this is some interesting stuff here.
It'll be the payback from the 200 channel points you spent me earlier if I don't get it.
Bro, I'm
Oh
gonna
my
get
God.
like 4 mil. If he sucks, I get like 4 mil.
Just, I wanted to make our last stream game a little more interesting.
80K.
Oh,
Oh
wait.
my God.
So should I put the rest of my channel points on this at this point? On the
Hey,
under?
that's your call, I'm not going to stop you.
Oof. Wait, a 1 to 2, so you would double it. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it.
Couple of high rollers here, Danny and Jabs.
Hey,
All
20K
right.
is a nice high roll.
Oh no, now it's evening out. Uh-oh. This is bad. 13, 12. All right, so I got 9,000 channel points on the under. Danny's got 70 billion.
Just
yeah,
shy of
then-
80K. Just shy of 80K.
No, AJ, this is not. The most ever was the or at least that I remember, was one of the Apex OBS games from 2 seasons ago when I put it, like a bunch of people put in like I think the total was like 40 million worth. Like I put in 9 mil worth of channel points myself. I put in 90K on a game 6 in a World Series with Indian OBX. I think there was like 40 mil at stake in that game.
Wow.
But this is certainly a high bet.
Probably the highest bet of a week 3, day 3 sim.
Oh, yeah. Like, of a random, mundane 9 o'clock on a Thursday night, like the random game, yes, this is easily the highest.
All right, so just so we're all clear, 5.01. So if it's 5 innings or less, the unders have it. If it's 5 1/3 or more, then the overs have it.
Yeah, he
Yes.
just needs 1 out into the 5th
Now,
inning.
if he gets to the 5th
Or into the
and
6th
then
inning, I
gets
guess.
shelled and comes out, or if he gets into the 6th, gets shelled and comes out before he gets an out, he still loses.
Correct. Yeah, he has to get an out in the 6th inning.
Yep.
All right, well let's get to it, folks.
Yeah, I think that was enough preamble. You guys have had plenty of time to study the stats, so here you go, Jabs.
Oh, all right.
Let's go, Kingpins. Let's go, Kingpins.
The Kingpins can
All
win as
right.
long as they do it late.
Alexander Benjamin gets
Let's
that
go.
first out. The overs are counting the outs as Shorzy puts a deep fly out to center field. Benjamin throws in a 2-2 pitch, nice little dribbler over to the left side of the infield, but that'll be another out. So 1, 2, 3 go the Chicago Kingpins. Here come the Swifties, led by Brock Sampson. Brock Sampson has 6 home runs on the day, or pardon me, on the season. 92 hits. That'll be his 93rd out into left field. Sharp
Wow, 6
puppet.
home runs on the day before he took an at bat. That's impressive.
That is quite possibly more impressive than winning 80,000 channel points. Win Danny B's money. We're like Fox, guys. Everybody's talking about Poppy and all those football
Win
people that I don't
Terry's
know.
money, and now
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Win Danny's money.
Exactly.
I
Well,
feel like it's not just Hummus's pitching we want to watch. If the State College Swifties can put a couple runs on the board, he might get a longer leash.
Well, no runs so far as the man of the hour, Alexander Benjamin, gives up a walk. We've got 33 pitches. That'll be another hit, and the bases will be loaded at worst. They will indeed be loaded for O'Cleary.
He's a set with a
Oliver
double play.
Cleary, rather. Oh, that's not a double play. That is an RBI right up the center field gap. Here is the number 9 hole. Pulse Demon.
Demon. That's what you like to see.
Oh, got the offense early for the Chicago Kingpins. 3-0. They are up in the top of the second. Benjamin's 40th pitch of the night is a ground ball. He'll take it himself, and he won't even get... he does barely get there in time. Another one of those seeing eye singles up the center field. 1-run scores, 2-run scores. Top of the second, 5-0. Benjamin trying to get that elusive third out of the inning. But that'll be a walk.
And they batted around with Applegate, I believe.
Circle changeup gives the bat around. He's a deep fly.
Take it out.
Oh, that's an out right at the warning track.
My channel
Luke,
points
what
are
you
in
made me
grave
do is
danger.
No,
Oh
he's
no!
done. Luke, what you made me do is
Oh,
He
my
didn't
God.
even make it through 2.
Oh, no.
Incredible.
Oh, gosh.
Well, consider it
Prediction
my
over.
gift to the PBE community. Enjoy my channel points.
Oh, my gosh.
Tell him to bring me my money.
All right, Danny, do you just want a quick sum of the rest of this so we can go home?
Oh, it's fine.
Let's go.
Oh, my gosh. Lots of big winners here.
Oh my God.
Oof.
Everybody, go in the main PBE Discord and tag Hummus. Say thank you for the channel points. I want everybody to post a screenshot of how many channel points they won.
I won 45,000.
Enjoy them.
All right. Well, now that the excitement is down, we have some excitement of our own on the field as Demetrius Danger sends one out to the left field bleachers. That is another run. This one given up by Bot Luke. What You Made Me Do. I believe that is a reference to a great song on Reputation, which is my personal favorite Taylor Swift album.
Ooh, it's a good one.
Second place is Lover, I would say, as Micah Messner gets a single. Here is Oliver Cleary. Another walk. I think that's nope, not 2 walks on the day. That's a walk and a hit for Cleary. Number 9 hole hitter gets out, but the tag will be good. So we have men at the corners for a real name. Shout out Clued, and Clued will get an RBI and advance the runners. Men still on the corners for the number 2 hole hitter, Wayne Shorzy. Shorzy sends one out, and that is a home run. Fireworks here at Ballpark of Meek. Something it's cut off right now.
Meager.
10-0.
Meager. What I would call Hummus's career.
Oh, geez. Blank space. 1989 is probably my number 3 Swifties album, if we're being honest here.
Poll going on in chat: is Alexander Benjamin the worst player in PBE history? By start to career, I actually no cap involved. Legitimately think that answer is yes.
So here's the question. You always say Mo Willis is the worst first overall pick. Is Alexander Benjamin competing for it?
No. Try and let yourself off the hook, you bum. No, Mo Willis is the worst because he had no better than a 3rd round grade from any other general manager except you. Hummus is actually active and unbanked his 60 of his 106. Thank you. You can't get away out of it. You can't.
We got
get
5
out of that,
seasons
Danny.
out of him, and he hasn't been bad in the sim, at least.
Well, I think Hummus is staying down for 5 seasons. I think. No, you can't wiggle out. I'm never gonna let you wiggle out of that.
Swifties will finally get on the board. Mike, do you want to put some money where your mouth is? I'll bet you $15 million that Wo Millis will have a lower Miners career ERA when all is said and done than Hummus will.
Oh,
ooh!
I'll let you noodle on that as Messner comes up.
As
with that.
HO oversight for the casino, this will be legally binding.
Hey Jeffs, is that going to get paid out early like our other one?
Hey,
I totally forgot about the Klukas bet. I totally forgot about it. And then Blow Pop messaged me. I was like, "What are you? Oh my god!"
Sender Klukas is playing for the Aviators right now, so he made the majors, which is all what Danny and I are trying to do at the end of the
He
day.
had the player of the game in this sim, didn't he?
That he did.
Oh,
Scott Williams, ground ball, a very slow ground ball, but he won't beat that out as that is the 3rd out.
This is turning into what, Diesel? What did you just say?
Let's not repeat that on air. Here's blank space.
Holy God.
Blank space getting it done here so far. No earned runs. Just 1 hit for blank space here in 2 1/3. Oh, wow. That is a nice backhanded grab by the shortstop, Knox. And it'll be Hugh belong with me. Pardon me, after Argyle. Here's Argyle first. Wow, that's past the shortstop there. Will Shorzy will lead us off for the Kingpins next. But first, it's the aforementioned Hugh belong with me. Lot of crazy fun here in the games that I'm calling here tonight. A lot of work out there for the left fielder, Cleary, and we have bases? Nope, 2 men on for the Swifties. Oh, and there's the double play. Good defense by the Kingpins. They've got a 9-run lead, but they're playing like it's a 1-run lead. Blank space. Coming in and shutting the door, Neuromantics. Now that's a Swifties song that I didn't really get into. I think that's a little bit older than my my Swifties history. Neuromantics will get those final 2 outs, and the Swifties retreat to the dugout.
I'm going to decline the bet because
Boo.
if I thought there was
because
any
you're
chance,
scared and you know it.
Well, Beaver can't field good defensive teams anymore. So if he was on Kansas City, I'd do it, or even Chicago or anything else. But State College has been not good defensively for so long; it's probably not going to get.
You don't have
It's
to
not
give
gonna
us
get
your
down to
excuses.
450 average.
We understand. You just don't want to admit
It's
that you're
not
wrong.
excuses, it's actual analytics. You know, like the things that you could have looked at to determine that Will Millis shouldn't have been taken first overall.
I think at the end of the day, there's 54 people in the chat and 3 people on the stream here who know that Mike is a chicken, and that's all that matters.
Absolutely.
Micah
Look,
Messner.
Just because you wanted to impersonate the San Bernardino 66ers and have a player for 5 seasons and mimic their success doesn't mean you actually had to do it with a bad player. Shu might have done it, but at least he did it well. He actually won.
Hey, there's still time.
Petra McPitchyface is the pitcher. 85 pitches on the day for Petra. While we've been talking about Benjamin here, Petra has been putting together a very nice game. That's 6 innings and only 1 earned run.
Perta. Did you say Perta or Petra?
Perta. I've been saying Perta. You got to clean your ears out, bro. I was definitely saying Petra.
Oh, 100%.
Man on second.
I wasn't going to say anything, though.
That's a dinger by Red Argyle, the designated hitter. Red's 7th home run of the year. That's not a bot, but that still is a Swifties themed name. Red, Taylor's version, plus a message from Taylor, available now wherever you get your music.
Now that's an actual sponsor we do not have.
Speaking of sponsors, let's go around the league. Danny, you've heard a lot of our impersonations. Why don't you take this one? What's going on out there?
All right, I'm going to grab my leather aviator cap right back off your desk. Here it is. I'm doing a stretch. All right, I got it. It's on. We'll start off in Anchorage as we fly over beautiful Alaska. It's 6-2. Anchorage beating out Bruce City. I'm going to head to warmer climates now. It's Florida, where I'm sure it's 60 and nice. They were winning. I missed the score. I'm bad at this. Kansas City winning 5-0 over the Dillos. It'll come back around. It's just the next one. Here we go. Here it is. Any second. All right, 4-7. You're right. The Lemurs are winning in Florida. We said Kansas City was beating the Dillos. And the last one that I missed. Here it comes. We're flying over California, where it's 3-5 in favor of the Dallas Dynamos. And did I just get hit by a baseball? I think that Hayden Andrews ball hit my little propeller plane here on my way back to State College.
Hopefully it hits you in the head. Maybe you'll do better next time.
We can only hope.
Hayden Andrews, that is their team-leading 12th home run on the year. Thank you so much, Danny, for that flyby. That flyby, as we mentioned, is presented by Red, Taylor's version, plus a message from Taylor. Get it now, wherever music is sold. 13-3, 10-run advantage still intact for the Chicago Kingpins. We missed a beautiful tag play where the catcher totally missed the ball.
We're breaking news. Hummus has now revoked his endorsement for Beaver for User Hall of Fame because the Swifties suck so bad. Hummus doing his best Pablo Sanchez impersonation now that he has a player in the minors. Blame the GM. Hashtag what would Pablo do?
They have 10 hits. It's just... Ugh.
That is kind of wild that they have so many hits. Oh, that's okay. Hummus doesn't actually have a vote. I have a vote, and I like Beaver for the Hall of Fame.
Wait, why do you have a vote?
I always have
It's on the Hall of Fame committee.
The last 30 years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's how that works.
So you better start sucking up to me, Mike. All right, Ringo Starr in for the Swifties. That is a double play.
I'm not gonna suck anything. No, thank you.
All right, almost done here in State College. That will be 14 runs on 14 hits. Ringo Starr trying to stop the bleeding. A diving attempt by the second baseman Ayers. 15 runs on 15 hits. Looking for one final out. Ringo Starr, their 20th pitch of the inning. 20th pitch of the game, rather, goes out to center field. 2 men on. Here is Donnie Applegate, the catcher. Oh, that's a walk. Bases loaded. Juices based, as it were, for danger. A dangerous hitter with an RBI. Will that be 2 RBIs? Here comes the throw. Safe standing. 17 runs on 17 hits for the Chicago Kingpins. Oh, we have a new pitcher, Nathan Claflin.
Oh no!
I think the umpire gave that one to him. It didn't look like he beat it.
They got a dinner, Resi, and we've been here
Umpire
all
just
night.
like, get me home, please.
Tyler Knox, welcome back. Max is maxing it out there to right field. I try to do that. It works sometimes. It doesn't work other times. Scott Williams, the catcher. Yeah, it is 10:47 in State College. Do you know where your run support is? Hugh, along with me, we'll get that final out. Nice job to the Chicago Kingpins. Your final 17-3. 17 hits. Everybody except for Strong Arm gets a hit over on the Chicago side.
Poor guy.
Yes, 7 RBIs by Shorzy. Wow.
Oh, God.
You don't see that often. Let's see if that's a team record. Yep. Ties the regular season record for RBI with 7. Nice job. Benjamin, 1 2/3, 5 earned runs. Not a terrible day. I mean, it is pretty terrible, but the ERA went up. Only 4 hits given up. Again, I think it was the defense. A trail of bots, some extra players. Oh my goodness, McPitchy Face with their 6th win of the season. 6 1/3, quality start, 2 earned runs, only 2 strikeouts. A big contact game. And that's the game that we just watched. So thank you for joining us for that one. Wow.
That Shorzy the number 1 performer of the day.
I believe Hummus has made contact with his agent about getting on a new team.
Spicy.
Can you legally tamper minors players since they have no control over their contract, as long as they haven't been drafted yet?
I think that's a question for head office. Danny, why don't you tell us?
In my opinion, yes, but I have opinions.
So the Dallas Dynamos and California Firehawks even their records at 30-40 as the Dynamos win 5-3. 3 hits at the top of the lineup from McLaughlin. Over on the California side, how about 2 RBIs for Larson, the first baseman? Mrs. Dirk, another... Oh, nope, that's a loss. I'm sorry. 8 innings. Solid effort. 4 runs given up. Couldn't quite get the run support. Harmichael redacted with their 4th win of the season. And player of the game, that's going to be redacted in front of 12,000. All right, going over to going to Anchorage. The Wheelers continue their commanding dominance of the minor leagues, beating the Bears 7-2. Not a lot going on there for Bruce City. Rocks out with your Crocs out, reigning player of the month and potential MVP hopeful with 2 hits. Over there in Anchorage, we've got 2 RBIs right at the top of the lineup. My good friend Jose 43 Sr. Nice job there. Wendy Marvell takes the loss, 5 earned runs, pitched more than 1/3 of an inning this time.
1 earned run.
Oh, pardon me, 1 earned run. Wow.
The IKEA error was big.
Oof. We gotta work on that defense, Danny.
I guess so.
3 2/3 takes the loss. We got a save from Sykes Hartman, 12-0. 11-0 earlier today, 12-0 now. I want to check the wins leaderboard before we wrap up here today. Nice job, Hartman. The player of the game, however, is going to go to Max Benningson. Off to warmer climates. The Lemurs take care of business against the Flamingos, 7-4. On offense, 2 hits for Carrillo. We got a strikeout from Iliason. That's irrelevant. Jabrizzo.
That's irrelevant.
2 RBIs. I don't know. I saw one person had 1 strikeout, and I, for some reason, said that word. How about to pitching? That's a little bit easier to read. Parsons with the loss. 3 earned runs. 4 2/3. Hagen with the win. And the save goes to Fujisaki, their 5th of the year, for 2 innings of work. Nice job. Javanthony Brizzo, your player of the game.
It's a combination of Javier Baez and Anthony Rizzo.
Anthony
Brizzo is what I like to say.
Okay. Two of my favorites, personally. All right. Ooh, not a lot doing there. The win expectancy graph there very much going the Hepcats' way, despite the Amarillo Armadillos out hitting them 10-5. The Hepcats will win 6-1. Speaking of all those hits, how about Velasquez, the catcher, with 3 hits there towards the bottom of the order for Amarillo? Out in Kansas City, again, towards the bottom of the order, the left fielder at the number 9 hole, with 2 hits, 2 for 4. Panda, our old friend.
That's
Yeah, I
one
don't know how to
that's
say that.
just trying to throw us off.
Panda, who was pitching on the stream earlier, will take the loss here in a quality start. Over for Kansas City. Patey with the win. Garfield with the hold. Sharp with some innings. That feels like that should be a hold. Apparently it's not. Evil Dictator. 13th save of the year. 1.92 ERA. Nice job, and nice job to Johnny Patey.
Now, I have heard, although it is underconfirmed, that Panda has broads in Atlanta. Panda.
I don't know what that means. Let's go to
Really?
the majors.
Oh, okay.
I'm with you.
Will the real Barbados Slim please stand up, because Barbados Slim went 0 for 5 today at the top of the order.
A regular
for-
Danny B performance.
For Buffalo, Spock, 4 for 5. Very nice performance. You need to calm down. Adds to that strikeout total, but does not get the decision. That decision will go to our old friend Ruth Heater Ginsburg. Say hello. 2 innings, 1 run. Nice job for Buffalo. The loss on the other side, O'Sullivan, their 3rd loss of the year. The aforementioned Spakak at the powerhouse is your player of the game.
I'm lost. Here we are.
Yes. Vandals will stop those surging Makos 3-1. A couple of hits there at the bottom of the order. Marcus Emerson, McGee, Connor McNasty, all combined for 5 hits. For Vancouver, the RBIs came from King and Lodge. Zach Lodge, now the designated hitter after being catcher for many, many years there in Vancouver. On the pitching side, Michael Knightrider, Legally Blind Gamer, I'm sure is still watching. 6 2/3. Got the loss here today despite a quality effort. Only 2 earned runs. It's going to be Pat Rogers, their 4th one of the year, and Fuji, their 11th save. Only 1 run between those two. Pat Rogers, your player of the game.
See, I know when to look up at my TV because Ruth Heater Ginsburg gasps audibly.
Speaking of Maui as well, another one of Stephanie's primetime picks was the Maui Makos this week. So we'll see how they do tomorrow or the next day. The Sloths clip the Raptors 4-3. Nice job. Looks like we had some late inning heroics. Who were those heroics by? I can't quite tell. Looks like we had a home run from Abbott.
2-run shot by Abbott, and then a San Antonio walk.
Classic. Yeah, so some nice job in the 8th. Now, who was pitching in the 8th for boys? Let's see. That would be Timmy. That's an easy one to say. Their 3rd loss of the year, first blown save. You know, Tom Riddle got it there. Miller kept it there, but Timmy gave it up. Tom Riddle will get your player of the game honors despite the losing effort. Here we go. Providence, Outer Banks. Providence will win 6-1 over the Aviators, handing them their 44th loss of the year. Bird Cannon, 2 hits for the Outer Banks Aviators, but more impressively, the other 3-hole hitter, Mr. Ruiz, the 3rd baseman, 3 hits, 3 RBIs, 2 runs, and a whole lot of action. 6 runs, 9 hits for the Providence Crabs. Bark Murley. Wow, 9 innings, 5 hits, only 1 run given up, no walks, 6 strikeouts. A complete game extremely worthy of the player of the game honors. Rips Bad was bad today, and they got the loss.
I was going to say, there he is. Deserves definitely one of the 3 stars of the day.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Seattle Sea Serpents lose by just 1 run at New Orleans, 5-4. Over for New Orleans, we have home runs from Valor and Hamed. Over on the Seattle side, 3 hits at the top of the order for Farting House. Let's take a look at the pitching. Stolen base from Campbell. Hi, Dylan. Homie with 6 innings, 3 earned runs, quality start, but the bullpen gives it up there. Sing their their 6th loss of the year. It's Mick Thornbody with their 2nd win for a 1 1/3 scoreless. Your player of the game, Maddie DeFerrari. All right, Cancun, decked by Docker, Scorpions. Jay Doctor helped muscle his team past the Toros. 11-2, the Death Valley Scorpions won. That is a lot of home runs. Wow. Home runs, Mike Boss Jr., Walker, Anderson, Doctor. A lot of good stuff over there for Death Valley, putting a pounding on. 11 runs on 10 hits. 11 RBIs, of course. That usually equates.
Jay Doctor had 3 home runs in the game.
Yeah. Off Lemonade, and Kenobi.
That's a hat trick. Impressive.
All right. Lemonade giving up a couple of home runs there. They'll give up 6 runs. Did not reach the 5th, just like our friend Hummus. Remy Ratatouille, never forget, 11 wins. Nice quality start. And Red and then Poe Scott putting it together in the bullpen. Jay Doctor, of course, tying the champions regular season game record for home runs with 3, will get the well-deserving player of the game. Continuing on, let's go to Sarasota. This is going to be another loss for the Sarasota Supernovas. 53rd win for the Indianapolis Apex. 2 hits at the top of the lineup for the GM, Blake Foe. Over on the Apex side, 2 hits as well at the top of the lineup for Eagle Eyes. Former Swiftie, I believe, batting .324 on the year.
Yep.
Belenos, 13th win of the season. Dangly, with their 8th save, 1 1/3, 3 strikeouts. Ooh, Smaxon, 17th loss. That is rough. A quality start, though, 9.6 ERA on the year. Eric Belenos is going to get the player of the game.
Yeah, I don't think he deserved the loss in that one, but it is what it is.
Sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles.
It is what it is.
Demons, Danny B, 1 for 4, up in that average to, well, probably dropping the average, honestly, to 271.
The average there. If it's 271, he hit 250. That boom, Danny B.
It was a double, getting that slugging up, maybe.
Oh yeah. Slugging don't cash casino checks.
34th stolen base.
Now that you are good at, yes. If only you could steal a hit.
Yeah, if I could get on base more, I think I'd be in great shape. But
40th stolen base by Drakenberg as well. A lot of speed there for the Detroit Demons.
Yep.
Over on the Nashville side, Parton with the win, going 2 2/3, first out of the bullpen. And how about Bird Whistle? 2nd save, just had to throw 3 pitches to get a save. Love to see it. Duckworth Lewis was the starting pitcher of the game. Did not get the win. Dirty did him dirty with their 4th loss of the year.
By the way, that's the second. Right on Dirty has been really, really good this season. This is the 2nd game this sim that Right on Dirty has lost them. And that's really surprising.
Well, he didn't lose, but yes. The team didn't win.
Oh.
Oh, did you say Right on Dirty or Duckworth Lewis?
No, I said Right on Dirty.
Oh, okay. My
that's
mistake.
That's the second one that Dirty has blown. Yeah. Despite that, you look at that ERA.
Yeah, my bad.
Been fantastic so far. The last decent Swifties pitcher. Shots fired.
Well, we've got one day left here. We're coming up on our final day. We started with the minors, right? I'm not crazy. We had the we
well, you are crazy, but we did start with the minors.
We've got a full slate of sims here on our final day.
Hooray!
Hooray, hooray, it's the final day. Hooray, hooray, hooray.
And here we go. The Raptors take down the Sloths 6-3, 11 hits apiece. 3 hits for Toot Blonde, 3 RBIs for Pluto, 3 hits for Antonio on the Sloth side of the fence, and Anchovy. Pitching-wise, Rogers Jr. gets the win, 6 innings, 3 earned, a hold for Paul. San Antonio-wise, Greer gets the loss, 4 earned over 6. Derek Rogers Jr. is your player of the game. Mike.
What?
I wanted to see if you just do the box score if I said it, but you didn't. So, Voyagers win this one 9-3. Excuse me.
It's like, what?
I'm gonna highlight Encarnacion, 2 for 5, 2 runs, 2 RBIs. Nothing really doing on Buffalo's side. 2 for 5 and an RBI for Ramirez. Pitching-wise, Zeilman, 6 innings, 2 earned, gets the win. Rolo gets lost, 5 innings, 4 earned. Zeilman is your player of the game. Makos and Vandals. The Vandals win a close ball game here, 5-4, 13 hits to 8. They had an error. It didn't come back to bite them too bad. 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs is Johnson for the Makos. For Vancouver, let's look at the 3 hits, 2 RBIs, and a run of stand-up, a potential player of the game there. Pitching, Kuramochi gets the loss, 5.2, gave up 5. Silliams the win, 6 innings, 3 earned. A hold for Bears legend Economides, and Johnson with the save, 1 clean inning of work. Stand-up is your player of the game. I got one right. That'll bring us to Providence. Technically, all our games are in Providence, but this one is especially in Providence. 6-4, 7 hits to 6, an error for Crabs. Interesting to see the teams with the errors winning these close ball games. Looks like, wow, the game of the 2-run shots. Love Dordevic, Cologne all hitting 2-run shots. Cedric Klukas in this one, he had 2 hits, a run, and an RBI. For Providence, Cologne, 2 runs, 2 RBIs, 2 walks, and 1 hit. Pitching-wise...
Nice job, Sender.
That's right. Pitching-wise, it's Hank Stu Wright, fresh off his shutout, 9 complete game. He'll go 6 innings, give up 6 this time. Not quite the same result. Evans will get the win on the other side of this. 4 runs, 2 of them earned, 7 innings pitched. Crab the save. Dordevic is our player of the game. Here's the Rougarous and the Serpents. Rougarous win this one, 9-5 at home, 12 hits to 8. I'm going to highlight for Seattle Milat, who went 2 for 4, 2 RBI, 1 run, 2 strikeouts. For New Orleans, let's highlight Vidal Valor, player of the game candidate here for sure. 3 for 4, 3 RBI, 3 runs. Maybe a home run? Yeah, 2 home runs. There you go. 1 off Cantaloupe Crocodile, 1 off Perry Hodder. Pitching-wise, Cantaloupe Crocodile, he went 6, gave up 4 runs, only 1 of them earned. He gave up 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and 1 home run. The loss went in relief to DeMarco, the blown save to Hodder. For New Orleans, Rayner started, no decision, 6 innings, 4 earned. It went to Junk Ball with the win in relief. Vidal Valor is your player of the game. I'm 2 for 2. Scorpions and Toros have a close game here, 2-1, 9 hits to 7. Real pitcher's duel here in Death Valley. Only multi-hit game for Cancun is SD Core, Caden Killeen. For Death Valley, they had a couple of multi-hit games, 3 for 5 for Tex Walker. But I want to talk about Scott the Fourth, 2 for 4, a run and an RBI as my standout batter. Pitching-wise, no decision for Roberts, 6 innings, 1 earned. Law gets the loss, 0.2, gave up 1. Morgan gets the win for Death Valley, 7.2, gave up 1. And Troy Pressing, their 13th save. Stephanie Morgan is your player of the game. Here we go. Indianapolis winning another one against the Supernovas. I believe that's the sweep for them. 11-1, 17 hits to 3. 4 hits in 5 tries for Jimbo Slice, 3 runs. Couldn't even get an RBI. Tisk, tisk, tisk. For Sarasota, W.E. Dem Boys gets a hit and an RBI and a walk in 2 tries. Shifty Legote gets the win, 7.1, gave up 1. Warner gets lost, 4 innings, gave up 8. And Dustin Parmele is your player of the game.
Parmley.
He was 3 for 5 with 2 runs and 4 RBIs, was Dustin Parmele. Finally, we have the Demons and the Stars. For Nashville, it's going to be a Detroit victory, 9-4, 14 hits to 7. Doubled him in the hit column, a little more than doubled him in the run column. For Nashville, let's highlight Geist, 2 for 4, a run and an RBI. For Detroit, it's got to be Dimes, 3 for 5, 3 RBI, and a run, although it's nice to see Danny B remembered how to put the bat on the ball. Another triple. Pitching-wise, Hunter Havoc, 4.1, gave up 8 and gets the loss. Walker Cato goes 6.2, gives up 4, gets the win. And Nicholson Dimes is your player of the game. So we'll round out the stream with the minor leagues. And we'll lead off with Chicago winning another one against State College, 12-4. Not quite the blowout the first game was, but not too far from it. For Chicago, a 3 for 6 game with 2 RBIs from Shorzy, who's had himself a stream. For State College, let's look at Hugh Belong with me, 2 for 4, 2 runs, and an RBI. Michael started for Chicago, no decision. Luciano gets the win, 4.1. He pitched deeper than the starter did in relief and gets the win. For State College, tampering, no decision. Star will get the loss, just gave up the 1 run in 1 inning. And Chase Strongarm is your player of the game. Did I miss them? 2 for 3, 3 runs, an RBI, and 2 walks. California Firehawks versus the Dynamos. The Firehawks will win this one to go 1 game above the Dynamos. 3-1, 9 hits to 10. They, again, had an error, but won in the close game. For Dallas, 3 hits for Groves. For California, 3 hits for Martinez with a run, 2 RBIs, and a walk. Pitching-wise, Jose gets the loss, 4.1, gave up 3 for Dallas. For California, Gordon gets the win, 7.2, clean innings. Beckett gets a save, and James Gordon, the starter for California, is your player of the game. Hepcats and Armadillos. The Hepcats, I think, have swept the stream. Are they undefeated this stream? 8-2, 9 hits apiece?
Yes, KCH is undefeated this stream, a perfect record.
Good for
Hepcat.
them. Let's highlight Williams, 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs. For Kansas City, we'll highlight the 3 RBIs of Minion. Pitching, Fank gets the loss, 4.2, gave up 5. Hankey gets the win, 5 innings, 2 earned. A couple holds for Winners and Mosley, and Randy Hankey, the starter for Kansas City, is your player of the game. Next, we have the Brew City Bears getting shut out by the Wheelers. 0-8, 6 hits to 14. The Wheelers really came alive in this one. For Brew City, let's highlight Franken Stero, 2 for 4, our designated hitter. For Anchorage, it's got to be the 4 for 5 day of road with 2 runs, or the 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs of Jones. Pitching, it was McNamerson who gets the loss, 4.1, gave up 7. Penalty gets the win for Anchorage, 6 clean innings. Taylor the save, a 3-inning clean performance will earn a save. And Cap Penalty is your player of the game, the starter for Anchorage. And our last box score of the day. Flamingos win 48-23. Do they go 7-3, 15 hits to 10, an error to none. Hendricks with a home run and a RBI single. For Louisville, let's look at Hendricks. 2 for 4, a run, 2 RBIs, no walks, no strikeouts. For Florida, you could pick any of the top 4. Each of them have 2 hits. Each of them have 1 RBI. Some of them have 2 runs. Some of them have 1 run. Some of them have no runs. For Louisville, Crimp started 5.1, gave up 5, gets the loss. Scudder starts for Florida, gets the win, 6.1, gives up 3. Tom the hold, Freddie the save, and Garrett Scudder is your player of the game.
Wow, that was a stream, ladies and gentlemen.
It absolutely was. We had some pimp walks to first base. We had some teams go undefeated. We had Sarasota not win a game. We had Danny B get like 4 hits. We had what else?
The Benjamin.
Yes. Benjamin did Benjamin things. Ragnarok got no run support. It was a stream.
Yeah.
Glad you guys could join me for it. Mike, I know your favorite thing to do is review the standings. Do you want to take us through them?
Sure, we can go through the standings real quick. So before we wrap up, here we go, folks. Here's the end of day 3 of week 3. It's almost that playoff push time again that I love so much. It's almost there. And as we start to round the corner and head for home in the season, we're not quite around the penultimate corner yet. We're in the middle of it. We're at the apex, though. Anchorage 49-22, your leader in the minors, then followed by
Apex. The Apex.
The apex of the corner. I actually don't mean that in an indie way. I mean that in a racing way.
Okay.
Kansas City is still in third. They had an undefeated stream. They didn't gain a ton of ground, though, because Anchorage and Florida still played well. Bruce City, though, got a little bit space farther back. They're on a 4-game losing streak, so they're now 7 back of KC. Then they're only now 2 ahead of Chicago, who's 4 up on California, who's tied with the Dillos now. Dynamos are 1 out. Louisville goes from 2 back to 4 back, and Swift Steeds are still 8. Majors, Danny.
So I guess the Hepcats did lose one, huh? Because they only won 5 this stream.
I didn't think they did. I'm trying to remember which one they lost. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Apex 54-18. That is what they are on the season. They are your best team in the major leagues. Issue is predicted by the TPE. Detroit 43-29. Nashville still languishing in third. I mean, it's pretty much guaranteed at this point. Your division winner is and who your wild card is out of that division. Still don't know. I still don't think we know who's won the Champions West. There's still a good chance for NOLA to pull it back, especially Death Valley had such a sparkling first half of the season. They have fallen from inhuman to mortal here after the All-Star break. So they're just taking a bit of a step back. NOLA needs to play better than them, though, to chase them down. NOLA and Detroit, your wild cards, and still as of now, it would be Indy, Detroit 5. Pretty sure. 2 going to Indy, 2 going to Detroit, if I can remember correctly.
We should note, as chat has noted, Sarasota is officially eliminated from the postseason.
Yes, it's got to be the earliest anyone's ever been eliminated. They have now lost 10 in a row. Officially, they are 0 of 10 in their last 10. New York 42-30, Providence 38-34. Buffalo did not gain any ground in this sim at all. San Antonio Sloss and Boise Raptors, your top 2 in that division. Vancouver gained no ground. I think they lost 1 game, I believe. Maui doesn't gain anything either. So the Vandals go to 10 back, LBX 11 back. Maui is 19 back, and Buffalo is 5 back. So I think I'm going to be honest. I thought Buffalo would be better than they are, but with them 5 back of a good Boise team, it's not a great Boise team. It's just a good team. I'm pretty sure that we have our playoff teams pretty much already set in the majors.
Yeah,
I mean, the division
right.
winners are already done. The division winners are easily done.
Yeah, I think you can probably name, 6, 7 out of 8 of the teams already?
Yeah. New York has won that division. But Shu is going to make a bunch of money on that. I am very surprised New York is going to win that division. He is going to clean up on that.
Yeah, I didn't think they would
lucky.
either. They weren't testing that way, but I mean, they absolutely have taken over.
Lucky. Super lucky Shu there. Going to clean up. But everything else just way decided.
And speaking of making money, Mike, just one last opportunity for our $15 million bet. Yeah, once this is done uploading, your opportunity goes out the door, my friend.
No, because like I said, seriously, I don't have faith that Beaver will put a good defensive team behind Hummus. So his ERA, Because at this point, if he ends the season at like 7, like by all means he's going to get down to Millis, he would have to have a season at like 3 or below somewhere. And I don't think he's going to do it. Like, he's just going to have what, if this was the beginning of the career, I would say yes. But with
it's his first season. It doesn't get any more beginning of a career.
Yes, but if with the sheer volume of bad from this season. The sheer volume of bad from the season.
Good night, Chess.
This season. I don't.
Good night, Chess. Thanks for joining us.
Night, Chess. Have a good night.
Cool. Well, this was fun, guys. Thanks again for letting me hop on.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, and I will be back next Wednesday, I believe, is my next stream with either one or both of you or neither of you. We'll see.
Here.
All right, we got Mike is confirmed.
I gotta check my calendar.
Japs has to contact his secretary.
Is his secretary also his wife, or does he have a secretary?
We have a joint Google Calendar, which Alexa every morning announces what the next event is.
Ooh, really? That's smart.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Keeps us both on tabs with what we're doing in life.
That's smart, because usually Ruth Heater Ginsburg will just like tell me we're supposed to do something, and I'll be like, "What?" She'll be like, we need to leave now, and I'll be like, I haven't showered in 3 days. What do you mean?
Or that.
Yeah.
I don't have my pants on. Why do I have to leave the house?
Exactly.
Why do we have to leave the house?
Outside the house is scary. It's cold and dark.
It's cold too. I still haven't. So one of my projects for Saturday is to finally remove the the window air conditioners from our house.
Oh, nice.
Because I'm an idiot, and it's December in Wisconsin, and there's still an air conditioner there, letting cold air in all the time.
Yeah, that'll do that.
Where are you in Wisconsin, Jebs?
Yeah, I'm in Milwaukee, bro.
He's in.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I thought one of you two was at. I knew where Danny was. I'm like, I swear to God, Jebs is in Milwaukee. You don't have the window unit AC taken out yet.
I do not. No.
It's December 2nd. You live in Wisconsin.
I know, and the
we
worst
never
part
took
is
ours out in Massachusetts. We just suffered.
there's no we don't have any insulation in our like upstairs attic thing too, so none of the heat stays in. So yeah, I'm wasting a lot of money on. We're wasting a lot of money on heat because it's like it's like 80 degrees on the first floor of the house, and then it's like 68 degrees on the second floor of the house where we're trying to sleep.
Oh, that's not good.
Actually, more like 63. Yeah,
I'll tell the story real quick. So I was when I was in college, me and my roommate, we were both bigger guys, and we're both polar bears. We like it cold.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, we had the thermostat in our room set to 45 degrees, which in reality would get the room down to a cool 60. Now, one day the thermostat, because at a certain point it would scale, like for every 2 you turned it down, it would go down 1. So like 45 got us to 60 because it like scaled for some weird reason. And then one day it actually worked, and it was like 50 degrees in the room. So I turned it up a little bit after that. But the more fun story. So the way the things worked is we all had individual air conditioning and heating units. But like, let's say Jabs, let's say you lived above me and I lived above Danny, right? So there's 3 of us stacked on top of each other. If I had my room at 90 degrees and you above me and Danny below me had your rooms at like 70, the difference in temperature could cause a bunch of moisture and could cause water and potential flooding in your rooms.
Oh my.
So if there was water down the walls, it was because of the air conditioning or heating units. So I get back one day, and keep in mind, my room is 60 degrees, not set to, like the actual temperature is 60. So I get home from classes one day, and there's a note on my door that says, please turn down your heat. You're causing condensation on the 3rd floor, the room below you. And I went to my area and I go, do me a favor, humor me, come here. And I let him in my room and I says, now please tell me why it is that my room is too warm. He was in short sleeves. He walked out shivering and said he would go tell building service that it obviously wasn't.
Oh, wow. Yeah, don't quite have those issues. Glad, but fun times with temperature changes, I guess.
Yeah, man, 60 degrees. I loved it. Oh, nice and cold. But you know what? When you have a room that cold, it's very comfortable to lay down under a comforter at night. Makes sleeping very comfy.
Well, I think on that note, we can close out our stream here. We'll do it again next week with at least 2 out of 3, maybe more.
Well, before we do that, I do want to give you the rundown. Here's what's coming up next on twitch.tv/PBE Sim. So this Saturday, December the 4th, AJ is going to be here at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. What crazy things will happen because AJ is involved? You'll find out Saturday at 2. Tuesday, December the 7th, we start playoff push week. It's AU Gold. Wednesday, me and Danny B is back on December the 8th. Probably going to be another 6:30 start, I'd have to assume. Don't know Danny's schedule, but that fits in mine at least.
Yep.
Thursday, guy going to round out his first season of casting Dirk. That is for his 3rd stream. Took 3 of those. Done a good job on the first 2. He'll do it on the 3rd one as well. Dirk, Thursday, a week from tonight, December the 9th, that is Dirk. So 4 streams coming up this week. AJ, Gold, Danny, and Dirk. And then we are only 4 sims away from playoff push.
There you have it. I'm going to watch the Caps take a shootout here against Chicago, and I hope the rest of you all have a good
before we go, why don't we
go?
raid WSBL?
Let's do it.
If I can figure out how to do, or one of us can figure out how to do that.
I think Hummus got it. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in.
Hummus, do you know how to do it? Or, well, I mean, assuming you do, but can you do it? Oh, yeah, you're not. You should be able to.
All right. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Looks like there it is. 1 new raid, so enjoy the raid. Talk to y'all later.